Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard. Happy Wednesday. It's good to see you all. These guys are just a couple of... These are exactly the two kind of guys I would expect to see flying around in a brand new Cessna 182 Turbo. They look like they might be executives at a company. You can definitely see they've got some very, very fancy haircuts. They probably get their hair cut at least once every couple of weeks. Probably once a week, at least. Well, they're well groomed in the face. They got their probably $400 button-down shirts. And, yeah, and that just look of scorn at everybody. Like, I'm looking down on you from above because I can. That's my assessment of these guys. Rich old white guys, exactly. Is it Bill Belichick? All right, we got to look up Bill Belichick now and see, put him side by side. Bill Belichick. Belichick. Oh, man. Well, guys. I'd say that's pretty close. What do you think? I know who Bill Belichick is. I got to pull a picture up of him, though. Oh, it resizes it. I think... Oops, you guys can't see it now. I think that's pretty good. What do you say? Nailed it, even the expression. Let's look at the many faces of Bill Belichick. Oh, he's actually smiling. He's generally, well, except for that one, he's not very happy. Hey, come on, man. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's a grumpy Bill Belichick. Anyway, here we are. It's Wednesday. Sorry I didn't stream on Monday. I needed to take a mental health evening. It was one of those days. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and it just happened to be. So I figured I gotta move this. Here, I discovered this. So they're there, but if I turn the static objects on here, they go away. That seems, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but that, I don't know, it's something. Yeah, so we're here. It's been a week. It's been a busy week. It was a busy weekend too. I made my way down Sunday to a full motion Redbird. Actually, the full motion Redbird thing that I went down to a couple of weeks back, and I am putting together a how-to video for them. So I went down there, did some recording, and we'll get some stuff out this weekend most likely. But that was pretty much that was the most exciting thing I think I've done. That's also, I think, the furthest I've driven. Ooh. That might be the furthest. This year I found, when did I last come down and we had a beer? Was it like mid-August, I think? It's been a couple of months since I've gotten out of my little bubble of humanity here. So it was nice to get away and just chill out in the car and drive for an hour or two. Not something I normally would say. Jalen Morris, good to see you, man. How you doing? JC Phillum, welcome aboard. Same Bose headphones. Oh, you're right. Yeah, they're pretty close, aren't they? But yeah, that was it. Been playing some video games, just kind of been hanging out. I've become addicted to Oblivion, of all things. Oblivion is on Xbox Game Pass, and it has become my video game to play while I'm watching my daughter downstairs. Because I have an Xbox up here and an Xbox down there. But it's a nice, I can pick it up, play for a little bit, put it back down, and continue on. In Oblivion, I somehow discovered, or my character somehow became a vampire. Apparently I got bit by a vampire at some point, and if you don't take care of that, you become a vampire. This poses a bit of initially I thought this was going to pose a problem because vampires can't go out during the day. And I'm like, well, my issue with this is not that I can only go out at night. That's fine, whatever. It was that when I play the video game, the sun is beating down through my window on me, which then illuminates the TV in front of me and makes it very, very, very difficult to see things. So in a situation where things are dark, it doesn't work too well. What I discovered, though, in Oblivion is that when you're a vampire, you get night vision. And it actually makes things easier to play when the sun is shining on me and ruining my experience. So I've stayed a vampire. That's my Oblivion story. The Outer Worlds comes out on Friday, a Fallout-like game, and I'm looking forward to jumping in and pretty much losing myself in that game. It should be a good time. GA hype indeed. Yeah, 182, man. Been a long time coming getting a 182. Anna Kinney, how you doing? Good to see you. So, yeah. That was an absolute pair of static objects. They are absolute units, some might say. New at 11th, good to see you. We are on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. I don't know what that means. That's probably maybe that's a Bill Belichick reference. I don't know. Yeah, so that's pretty much been my excitement this week. My daughter continues to wake up between 4:30 and 5, which poses mostly a problem for my wife, and I feel really bad. I love my wife dearly because she's a peach. Baby has not been sleeping during the day the last few days, which is really causing problems. Because at least when she gets up early, usually she goes to bed for a little bit, so my wife can get caught up on sleep. I like that, Space Dandy. Quality with sunglasses. So my so that my wife can get a little bit of sleep, and that has not been the case this past few days. So I know she got dropped off at grandma's for a little bit today, just for some quiet time. Kids do seem to think that waking up at 5 a.m. is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Yeah, dude, at this point, I think we'd even take 5 a.m. Like, the kid's been waking up at like 4:30, and then that's that. And initially it was like 6:30. I'm like, 6:30 would be perfect. Okay, 6 is fine. And then it slowly started getting pushed forward to like 5:30. 5:30 was like, it's kind of, you pushing your luck, kid. And then you went to 5. And at 5, you're like, no. This is too early. And now that it's 4:30, it's like, what the hell's next? And it doesn't matter when that kid goes to sleep. She goes to sleep at, she normally goes down at like between 5 and 6. But even if she goes down between like 7 and 8 or later, she still gets up at like 5 in the morning. So yeah, if anybody knows how to get a child to sleep in past 5 o'clock, I'm all ears. How's my chonker? Oh, she's doing great. She's fat as all get up, actually. Here, I took a picture yesterday. I got a good one from yesterday of her. Oh, it didn't upload yet. Hang on. I'll fix this. Push you. While we're at it, my daughter's learned how to stand up and hold things in her mouth. So she puts this toy in her mouth, stands up, looks at me, and then like opens her mouth and drops it. That was her trick that she learned this weekend. And she'd giggle every time it happened. But yeah, okay, here's Chonker. Chonker was just kind of sitting there like a person, staring at the side of the couch. She sat like that for a good 5 minutes or so. Didn't move. Very statuesque like pose. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Very statuesque like pose. And yeah. By the way, it's also your last chance if you want to get an extra free month of Cloud Ahoy. You have until, I think, like 3 a.m. Hawaii time. So yeah, cat's doing good. Baby's being a baby. And everybody else is doing fine. Goldie's good to see, man. There's a 4:30 in the morning, too. I know, dude. That's crazy, isn't it? Aussie Benage says, kids wake up at 5 a.m. so do senior citizens. So they clicks in the other day. They get to bed at like 5:30, wake up at 4 a.m. It's madness. I know, dude, right? It's crazy. Marcon BCI, good to see you. Might I suggest noise-canceling headphones, dude? This morning, my wife puts her down to lay down at like 7, and I'm sitting there, I'm laying there like, I just want another half an hour shut-eye, please. And the kid is just talking. She's just gabbing to her. So I think this is part of the problem is she's learning to talk. So she just talks. Talk. I'm like, she's not crying. She's not upset. She's just having a conversation with her stuffed animals or something. So I did what any good parent would do. I reached over and turned the monitor off. Rolled over and went back to sleep. I'm like, when she starts crying, we'll hear her. Rest assured, we heard her. But she was good for a while. My name is Jack. Good to see you. Very original title. I thought so too. Yeah. Heli Pilot, how you doing, man? Citation Max. Good to see you. Can you DM me where you're going? Oh yeah. Let me send you guys a route here. Canyon, Page, and then Charlie Echo Zulu. That's the route today. I got some FS Economy jobs picked up. Canyon, KGCN, KPGA, KCEZ. So I'm gonna do the first leg VFR. The last one we'll do IFR. Get a little shakedown time on the airplane. Come on. Perfect. There we go. And I'll post it over here in this this lovely channel. What the hell is that? Oh, I can't post that on Twitch. I'm flying it for myself, Benny. Yeah, I keep forgetting about HBRC. I'll do it. I'll get there at some point. Harry Sim, good to see you, man. How you doing? Noise canceling headphones do not cancel out the wife, says Goldsy. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna go there. Maybe you need better headphones or a better wife. I don't know. I'm done. That's it. Pack it up, boys. We're out of here. Anyway, I'm not drinking right now. I'm taking a few days off. I'll have a glass of wine tomorrow, probably with some friends. So we're having tea tonight in my giant bomb mug, and we're going to commemorate this using the coffee emote that I don't think I've seen a single person use in chat here. So I'm going to use the coffee emote. There we go. Because nobody's used it yet. And I like that. That was one of my favorite emotes that finally have the non-alcoholic drink for the people here in chat. So we have tea tonight. It's chamomile mint tea. It's the Stash's bedtime blend. I love this stuff. It's so good. So let's say some thank yous, and then we'll get this show on the road. Whoa, dude, that bit animation's awesome with the Terminator. That's fantastic. Who do we got here to start with? Max, thanks for the host. Tell everybody from Max's stream. Artisan Simulations here for 27 months. Celebrating being Neu Frist. I'm assuming that means you were first or something. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much, Mr. Artisan Simulation. Kyokin, thanks for 32 months of support. I do appreciate that, Kyokin. Cheers, man. Hope your vacation was good. And I hope you're enjoying getting back to work. Robert57 with a tier 2 sub for 9 months. You get to name the baby. It is baby time. Thank you very much, Robert. Thank you very much also for the tier 2. I do appreciate that. Cheers, my friend. Anthrax, thank you for the bits. This evening's stream is brought to you by Cloud Ahoy and the Zebo. The Zebo sponsorship is in flux right now because somebody keeps buying all of them. Well, you know what? If we're selling a lot of Zebos, I think that means we're doing something good. So maybe the sponsorship's better than I thought it was. Cheers, Anthrax. Thank you very much, man. Aussie Benny H is back with us here for 33 months of support. 33 months. Wow. I'm walking now and getting into all of your cupboards and pulling things down on myself. Keep up the great work, dude. That's happening at almost at 11 months. Like, she's not walking really, but she's definitely trying to get into everything. Cheers, Benny. Thank you very much for your continued support. I do appreciate it. Chamomile mint tea. Do they make it for men too? Ha ha ha, dude. It's amazing. You should try it. It's awesome. I like it with the sunglasses. That's pretty good too. Thinking coffee is good, Serby. I like that one. JC Villum is here for 28 months. JC Villum 2, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friend. Sendero, Mike, thanks for 5 months or 10 months of support. Miss you too, buddy. When are you gonna overnight in Boston, dude? Come on, man. Cheers, Mike. Appreciate it. Heli Pilot, thank you for 25 months, Heli Pilot. He says, hi, everyone. Hello, Chris. How you doing, buddy? Cheers. Finally, Space Dandy with 200 bits. Playing some New Vegas while watching the stream in honor of both Outer Worlds and the Fallout 76 sub debacle. Cheers, man. I just read about that today. But first of all, thank you everybody for your support. I do appreciate it, guys. Cheers. That's really good tea, by the way. It's one of my favorites. When I'm going through my periods of like I'm taking a break, like me and beer and whatnot, we're kind of doing our own things for a bit. I always go back to the tea here. Dude, I was reading about the Fallout 76 stuff today, like a train wreck of a game. And they're like, what can we do? What if we got more money from people? Yeah, that'll do it. And that's sort of how it went.
Retard.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to Outer Worlds though. That's gonna be a solid chunk of my weekend, I think, when I've got some free time. That game looks pretty sweet. The reviews coming in are pretty good for it. So yeah, I'm super jazzed, man. Cappenstein, thank you very much for 22 months of support. Cheers, Cappy. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Vigilante, happy Wednesday it is. Oh yeah, Dr. Trenchcoat. This You're Not Found. Thanks for gifting us up to Dr. Trenchcoat. Cheers to both you guys. I appreciate it. Meow and Fly, welcome aboard. Tea of the Week Club, let's go for it. Thomas Wardens, welcome aboard. Hello from Boston. It's good to see you. Meow and Fly, happy Wednesday. Welcome aboard. Mitch 12 here for 9 months. You also get the name of the baby. Cheers, my friend. I appreciate it. The Real Sanchez, happy Wednesday. Tango 99 Tango, welcome aboard. And Nightbird, happy Wednesday. Game Peter DK, welcome aboard. Stealth Bob, welcome aboard. All the cool kids are out tonight. I'm going to change the time. I don't really want to fly. I want to fly at night. I want to fly during the day. Meow and Fly, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support. Cheers. I've got 15 hours. Going to solo soon. Nice, dude. We got a few guys here on the stream that are getting close to their solos. Good stuff. Jonathan Cordova, how you doing?
Retard.
So yeah, here we are. It's a Wednesday. It's a GA Wednesday at that. And we're taking a look at this plane. This is the I gotta hang on. Exclamation point plane. This is the Carenado CT. Is it really CT? You gotta be kidding. This is another one of those like ridiculously named planes. Yes. Okay. This is the Carenado CT182T Skylane G1000 X-Plane 11. You can get it from the org for $35. The Carenado CT182T Skylane G1000 X-Plane 11.
Retard.
We are flying tonight the CT182 Skylane G1000 X-Plane 11. So yes, Jetfire. So first of all, the 182 I find does tend to sit a little bit heavier on the tail. Well, it's a lot of gas, a lot of weight up in the wings. The plane itself is quite a bit heavier. Definitely. Remix Reviews, thanks for 7 months, man. Flying G on a Wednesday, so awesome. Cheers. Thank you very much. Robert, thanks for gifting us up to Vigilante. Cheers to both of you guys. And Kelvo, thanks for gifting us up to Dr. Disrespect. I always knew he was a fan. Right behind Amorinth.
Retard.
Yes, it has been my experience that the 182 tends to sit a little bit nose heavy because it holds quite a bit more weight than the 172 does. The 182 sits nose heavy. I don't know the specifics. I know that once I loaded it up, it definitely definitely settled quite a bit. And we're basically running this thing at max gross. But yeah, we're flying this thing tonight. Carenado 182. I am like whatever on Carenado, right? So whatever. I'm excited to finally have a 182 though in the sim. I love the 182. I would rather, so in the real world, I'd rather fly my Archer given the opportunity. However, I cannot deny the usefulness of the 182. It has much more space. It has a much better useful load, and it goes a little bit faster. Ours also happens to have a 2-axis autopilot, and just in general, the constant speed prop is really, really, really nice. Like, not having to sit there and screw around with screw around with throttle and all that. When we're flying around is a very, very, very big deal to me. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. And then we're gonna do that's what we're flying tonight. I don't even know how to talk right now. And this is the route we're gonna do. We're starting off Canyon tonight. Start off something a little bit different. We're gonna run. Well, we can't. So we could climb. What is the Canyon? Okay. So what we can do is we'll take we'll fly west out of here, and we'll take the Dragon Corridor. We'll take the Dragon Corridor up, and then we will make our way up the canyon to Page Airport. Page Airport is all the way up here. Pretty cool little airport. Pretty cool little place to fly into. We're gonna do that VFR. We'll make the turn out of there. We'll grab an IFR clearance, and then we'll make our way over to Cortez Airport for the second flight here. I've never really done a lot of flying up in this particular area, so I'm interested in how it's going to, like, what it's going to look like. It should be a very pretty night. I figured we'd do something very, very different this evening. Don't have to follow it, not follow it on PE. Okay. We could still do it. We'll see. We getting flight following, or we're talking on fingers? We can do fingers. We'll do fingers for the first round, Ben. Yeah, we can do fingers for the first round, and then we'll fly. I'll fly IFR for the second one. Appreciate it, Max. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll just basically bang out of here to the north then, since PilotEdge apparently doesn't care about the Surfa. Great. Yeah. Did I miss it? Thanks for Anonymous for gifting the sub to Riley Reed. I think it's a porn star. Appreciate that. Cheers. Plain Ben, how you doing, by the way? Happy Wednesday. Morinth is my biggest fan. Yes. She's my biggest fans. Only one big thing better than constant speed prop, and that is a constant speed prop and a retractable undercarriage. Yeah, I'll give you that. I've never flown, I've never been PIC on a retract. That's hopefully coming up very, very soon. So yeah, X-Plurp, good to see you. As if you don't know, dude. I don't have any idea, man. This Carenado Cessna 182. It's a Carenado Cessna 182 turbo. We're gonna just go with that. We're not gonna say CT182T. The turbo, whatever. That's this plane right here. I haven't flown it yet. I just downloaded it today, right before the stream started. So we're gonna learn all of its nuances together. I do fly a 182 in the real world. Mine is not fuel injected, nor is mine turbo. But we're gonna do our best to see how things translate. I'm like I said, I'm super excited about it. So let's just I don't know, dude. We're VFR for this first flight, so we'll just fire this sucker up, and we'll get going here. No idea what the volumes are going to be like. Beacon lights on, landing taxi nav light can come on, strobe light can go off, fuel pump off, pitot heat tats, good. Breakers are all in, flaps are up, that's out, that's in. That works. Crack that 1/4 of an inch right there. We'll go fuel pump on. Where's my fuel flow gauge? Fuel flow's up here. There it is. Not so sure about that. Well, we're gonna just have to leave the mixture full in because I don't have 3 hands to be able to do the magnetos and the mixture. Clear prop. Clear prop. Okay, brakes are set. Here we go. Let go. Not sure about those engine noises, but okay. I love an X-plane how the ITT cranks itself as soon as you pull the mixture back, even sitting here on the ground. Boy, I wish somebody would fix that one of these days. Oh yeah, cowl flap should be open. All right, good. Avionics bus, come on. And let's see here. Oil PSI is good. Temps are coming up. ITT, nothing I can do about that. It's not like Carenado model the start sequence anyway. That's true, yeah. The fuel pump in this plane is the world's loudest sound. Yeah, it's got some chonk to it. All right. Right, I think is what what's his name? I don't even know. Never mind. German streamer flies A320s. That guy. Black Box. That's the one. CN. KPGA. Here, flight plan. Make sure X economy is going, which it is. Dude, really?
Retard.
It's freaking 2D. I think they've actually just copied the X-Plane 10 plane, put a little lipstick on it and then said, all right, it's good to go. Those are 2D buttons right there. They couldn't even be bothered to do a 3D, like a proper 3D panel here. K P G A. Chevrolet 727, thank you very much for 33 months of support. Does this 250 cover the fees to determine said title? No. Close enough, though. Cheers, though. Thank you. It's the same in their PC-12, yeah. Really hope H2A makes a proper plan for X-Plane. I don't think that's going to happen right now. Call it a hunch. It's certainly one way to get more interest in science. Reason I know, Kirby says, the reason why I know who Riley Reid is, that science project research, yes. Uh-huh. It's all right, man. Everybody's got needs. Got to take care of them.
Retard.
24.3 on the ATIS. Piper Hawk, thanks for 12 months. Thanks for the tier 2 sub for 12 months. I appreciate that. Cheers, my friend. A whole year. Do I get a prize? Yeah. Ask Benny H for one of his Zebos. Steve PHL is here for 31 months. Steve, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers. Only Rep or Nadrian can make this flame. I don't know who Nadrian is. Thank you very much, though, man. I appreciate it. Mr. Steve PHL. Cheers. Ellie Marcus, hello from Boston. It's good to see you. Scuba Steve, welcome aboard. Sadly, A2A only announced a Spitfire. Yeah, my guess is some commercial customers probably paying for that too. This should not found. Thanks for getting us up to Tom Brady. Making me cheers to Tom Brady. Appreciate it. Okay. So yeah. Oh, Oh yeah. WBS 5.2 got the 11 Pro Max. That's how big is that thing, dude? I think it's gotta be massive. The lights don't turn on.
Arriving and departing runway 21. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Delta.
We have Delta.
Grand Canyon National PARK Airport. ATIS information Delta. 2354 Zulu. Wind 300 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 17. Dew point -9er. Altimeter 3015. Arriving and departing runway 21. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Delta.
By the way, Grand Canyon PARK.
Grand Canyon National PARK Airport. ATIS information Delta. 235.
The lights don't light up, so I have no idea if I'm actually on the right comm radio. I can check the PilotEdge map, I guess, and verify. I'm not tuned into anything, so I'm not. Yep, so if I push that button right there. I guess we'll find out. Oh, yeah, now it says I'm on 2345. Good. Ground's 21-9er. Just a little bit of flight planning here.
Delta 2034 LA Tower, wind 260 to 10 on my 24 left clear for takeoff.
Let's turn them down for a second. We'll do a little bit of flight planning here. Okay, so Grand Canyon Airport is 6,600 feet. We're going to be flying to the east. Looking for peaks and whatnot. I don't see any real peaks. Yada, 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 yada. Page is 4,300 feet. So I think what we're going to do is go to 7,500 feet. And we'll just fly nice and easy across the landscape here. We'll be able to probably see some very, very pretty stuff too. So we're not worried about any of the surface stuff. We're not gonna deal with that. We're just gonna go. Cool. Questions? Comments? And again, still stream stuff still shaking down. I noticed some problems today. I was a little late getting going and whatnot because I need to test some stuff there. Taxi nav beacon. Good, good, good. So we'll see how it goes.
Canyon Ground, good evening, sir. It's Skyhawk, November 808 Papa Foxtrot, GA ramp. VFR departure to the west with Delta.
Right, 8 Papa Foxtrot, Canyon Ground, runway 21, taxi by Papa Bravo.
Papa Bravo 21, 8 Papa Fox.
Take the static elements off. Canyon Ground, good evening. Skylane 717 Tango Sierra, north side of the ramp with Delta. Taxi, please.
717 Tango Sierra, Canyon Ground, runway 21, taxi via Papa Bravo, follow the Skyhawk.
21 Papa Bravo behind the Skyhawk. 77 Tango Sierra. How you doing tonight?
Good, man, you?
Ah, living the dream.
Excellent.
1 Victor November, midfield.
1 Victor November, runway 21, clear to land.
Clear to land 21, bear 1 Victor November.
Oh.
2 Romeo Fox, 6 down, I'll call your base.
Shut it down when you'll call the base. 2 Romeo Foxtrot.
I heard Kevin Myers on there. I thought he was correcting Goldsy on something. All right. Tower 19-0. Well, we know Goldsy doesn't make any mistakes, so there's that. There we go.
Canyon Tower, Skyhawk 808 Papa Foxtrot, ready to go 2-1.
bouncy.
VFR to the east, not west.
Rate 08 Papa Foxtrot, Canyon Tower, Roger, runway 21, clear for takeoff, on course approved.
Left takeoff 2-1 and on course, 8 Papa Fox.
Oh yeah, Big Boss XCV, good to see you. Our controller tonight is Mr. Goldsy. Goldsy is a real person. He lives in Canada. Very, very nice
We
guy.
keep it tight for 2 Romeo Foxtrot.
2 Romeo Fox, I have a base turn here for you in just a few feet.
A few feet. But yeah, we're flying a network called PilotEdge. PilotEdge provides virtual ATC for us in the simulator. The other voices that you hear besides Goldsy are other pilots. So this is Ben taking off right now. Over here
2 Romeo Fox,
somewhere.
base turn your discretion. Traffic's turning a 1 mile final, runway 21, number 2 cleared for the option.
So there's
the option
a guy
2-1,
flying in
on
the
the
final
option
here.
will be departing to the east.
And then that's Max.
2 Romeo Fox, Roger,
Max
on
is
course
coming to
approved.
land. So we have two
Thank
guys
you.
land in front of us that are also real people. Tower Skylane 717 Tango Sierra holding short runway 21, departing east.
Tango Sierra, Roger, hold short runway 21, traffic short final.
Continue holding short runway 21, 717 Tango Sierra. All right, pop that back a little bit there. He is in a... Is that Cherokee? Who is that? Oh, he's in a Baron. Oh, that is Kevin. Okay. Oh, Kevin's still flying with us. I see. Mark on BCA, good to see you. Anybody else I missed here? I think Jojo Bear, good to see you.
How's that 172 climb performance at a canyon?
I was literally just saying the same thing to Max.
You need a 172 turbo.
1
is
Victor
what you need.
November, left Delta there, Papa to the range.
All right, so there's Max right there.
Top of the ramp, let's straight 1 Victor November.
Max can do his...
Tango Sierra, 1 more to land and we'll get you going.
You say so, 7 Tango Sierra.
Allegedly.
I got a turbo.
Lima Parent, Southwest 1, 20 information, Lima Quest I-5, President San Francisco.
Southwest 1 at 20,
Oh, look at that.
clear to the
Oh,
San
you nailed
Francisco
the
Airport.
numbers.
Padres 2 departure, IK transition on a filed. Climb via the SID, departure frequency 119.6, squawk 3654.
Not gonna argue with that.
All right, clear to San Francisco, Padres 2 departure, IK transition as 5 via the SID, departure 119.6, squawk 3654, Southwest 120.
Southwest 120, read back, correct.
Big Boss, I think you can...
717 Tango Sierra, 21, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 21, 77 Tango Sierra. Big Boss, I think you can pretty much be assured PilotEdge will be in the new sim. I suspect there's a good chance of that. Let's go 1 notch of flaps here. Only because we are very heavy and it is very high. Cal flaps are open. Hot mixture full.
717 Tango Sierra on course approved, runway 21 clear for takeoff, 1300 at 5.
We've took off from a 2-1 on course, 77 Tango Sierra. All right, lights are set. Camera's set. Action. Do. Let's go flying. Climb out of here about 90 knots. Okay, power's up. Airspeed's alive. Instruments in the green.
Bravo. Changing parking next to the terminal.
A lot of left rudder of all things.
Charlie.
Delta 2034, clear direct Dana, connect SoCal departure. You should still be on runway heading until I tell you to do something else.
1,000 to go.
Delta 2034. Say again, please.
Delta 2024, clear direct Dana, that's Delta Alpha, November Alpha Hotel, connect SoCal departure 125.2.
We're good there. We'll get the flaps in.
Can you give me the backtrack, Delta 2034?
For 690 Bravo, runway 25, taxi via Bravo Alpha Golf.
Good turn here. Continue accelerating 90 knots.
690 Bravo.
Delta 2034, contact SoCal departure 125.2.
125.
Make our turn out to the east.
Delta 2034.
Off we go. 500 to go. Pull the power back into green.
Ground. Cessna 9010.
Delta 2034, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain 110.
Boy, this plane's heavy.
Hotel.
This plane's very, very heavy. Oh, crap.
Number 9010 Hotel Montgomery ground. Sorry, you just were looking for taxi, was it?
Can you say that again?
Okay, go ahead with your request again, please.
All right, we'll do east till we get out of the airspace.
9010 Hotel. Taxi
75.
What's information hotel located at the General
Pull the
Aviation
power back
Ramp
just
6.
a touch here.
9010 Hotel, runway 28 right, taxi via Hotel
We'll
Alpha.
adjust out the RPMs down to 2,300.
Taxi Hotel Alpha. Cessna 9010.
So I'm watching the RPM gauge.
Sure, Fox at
2,300 is good.
See, man.
Trim it out, trim it out, trim it out. This plane takes a ton of trim. There's quite the speed differential between climb and cruise. All right, so we're 2,300-ish RPMs on the RPMs, the prop. I got the manifold pressure top of the green. Good. Go ahead and turn direct. Max is out here somewhere. We are not especially high right now. You know what? I'm gonna go to 9,500.
LA clearance Southwest 2145 by Carenado.
All right, let's go prop full.
Southwest 2145 LA clearance. Love to help you, but have nothing on file for you.
Debrief's been doing that. All right, we'll go refile.
All right, there we go. Top of the green right there, the manifold pressure. RPM is back to full for the climb. Going to 9,500 just to get a little bit more clearance between us and the ground.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, freak exchange approved. Have fun.
7 Tango Sierra, we'll talk to you later, man. Who's up on fingers?
Yo.
What's up?
Yeah, 75 is a little low.
Yeah. Can you get to 9.5 in that thing?
I'm doubting it, but we'll see.
You might get there by the time we get to Page.
Yeah, exactly.
Winds are out of the north, so if you get next to that south rim of the canyon, you might get some nice updrafts.
Well, we can hope for it.
That's Ben. Ben is currently flying a Cessna 172. 172's got pretty bad performance when you're high and hot. Not that we've got much better performance right now. $1,000 to go. Oh yeah, this will be nice and pretty. Shoot this way for a bit. Can I have some climb feet per minute? Max is in. Oh, Max is in 208. Yeah, he's got He's got plenty of time. I didn't think about the fact that maybe we'll get a rep for this thing. This would be a very, very good candidate, in my opinion, for a rep. Only because I selfishly want to fly this plane more. Even though I don't fly a turbo, it's still pretty close. Did I take off from San Diego? Negative. We took off from Grand Canyon Airport. Kilo Golf Charlie November. And we're actually flying out over the Grand Canyon now, so we'll get some very nice, or should get some pretty nice scenery here momentarily. We're basically just going to follow the canyon all the way up to Page. Sync the heading bug up. Turn on ye ol' autopilot. Put her into heading, and alt cell should be our arm alt cell. There we go. So we gotta bring the nose down now. There we go. Captured. Good. All right, back down here. Let's roll the throttle back a touch. (2300 RPMs) right there. Set. Manifold pressure, we'll put it right at the top of the green arc. So this plane's a little different just because it's got a turbocharger. It's like about 20, 28. Actually, if we looked at the chart, Dogs, good to see you, buddy. These are going pretty well. Look at the performance chart and see what it wants us to cruise at. Oh, en route climb. So climb is supposed to be 25 manifold pressure, 2400 RPM. Turbocharged fuel flow, 32 manifold pressure, which we are not going to do. All right, tell you what. Let's lean this thing out first of all. We'll just lean it for what we have, and then we'll look out the window for a bit. So a couple people asked me to talk about props and how to manage prop and mixture and all that stuff. So this airplane's got 3 knobs. There's the throttle, there's the prop, and there's the mixture. Throttle controls how much power you give it, and this is a fixed. A constant speed prop, which means the pitch of the prop actually changes. So the prop blades can have more or less bite depending on how much power you're asking from it. All right. So when you're adjusting the throttle, what you're really doing is you're saying I want more or less pitch on the blades. Overly simplified, but that's essentially how it works. You then have the RPMs, the prop lever. And this literally changes how fast the engine is spinning. So right now the engine's always going to try to maintain 2,300 RPMs because I've dialed the prop back to be 2,300. 2,300 is essentially what you want to be for cruise. I have no idea in the turbocharged engine what you would use for your manifold pressure. We'll go look that up in a little bit. So we run full for the climb, 2,300 for the cruise. If we wanted to go for some long range cruise thing, we could dial it back even further. The governor is the key. You're right, it is. Yeah. Once the RPM goes up, hits the governor then starts spinning the pitch on the blades and all that stuff. I should probably know more about how that works, but anyway. The mixture then controls how much gas we're sending into the engine. So right now at full mixture, we're sending a lot more gas than what we need. A lot more fuel. If you do that for too long, you run the risk of gumming up the engine. You run a risk of gumming up basically fouling the spark plugs, getting a rough running engine, and lots of other things that you don't want to typically deal with. Also, you're burning more fuel than what you need to, because right now at full mixture, we're burning, I have no idea what that there's no way that we're only burning like 13 gallons an hour. I don't believe that. Not for a minute. I guess it's possible, but I think that might be wrong. So we're burning what we're burning. So what we can do is we can pull the mixture back and lean out basically we can lean out we can lean the manifold. No, we can lean the mixture out, and we're going to adjust the amount of fuel going into this engine. To determine how much we should pull it out, we're going to look at our CHTs and our ITTs. Or probably CHTs in this case, because we don't care about turbo temp. So eventually the CHTs are going to peak. Eventually the temps are going to peak. We're going to then we're going to lean it out to the peak, which means that it's as hot as it's going to get. And then we're going to then put more, go rich essentially until the temp comes back down, running at what's called rich of peak. And that's how we'll handle this. So we'll pull this back, start rolling back the throttle. Oh, I can't use the scroll wheel. I think this happens. Oh, the CHTs aren't going to change. Oh, you know what? I can also close the cowl flaps. Let's do that first. That should give us... Doesn't make a difference. We closed the cowl flaps, speed didn't get touched. We should have gained like 5 knots. All right, so I guess ITT is the limiting factor or something. I don't know, man. It's Carenado, so we'll pull this back. We'll watch that ITT come up, which doesn't happen that quickly in the real world. It's going to go red line, which means I actually can't lean this out properly. Oh, there it comes back down. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll call that peak. So we'll add rich a little bit till we get back in the green. So we'll just say top of the green, I suppose. And that got us remarkably down to like 11.5 or 12 gallons per hour. Not sure those numbers are correct. But what we can do is we'll go look at the manual and see what it says we should be doing right now. So let's make a turn here first. Crazy Italian, good to see you. Lean to peak is better if you're your airplane. Precise vision monitors, analog never do rich of peak. Dude, I've always been taught rich of peak. I'm not... Trust me, there's discussions all over the internet and all over the aviation world about rich of peak versus lean of peak. I was taught rich of peak, and that's what I'm doing.
But 95.
Say again?
Made it to 9,500.
Nice. Well, congratulations. I'll pull the power back a little for you.
Thank you. I should have left about 20 minutes ago.
We'll do 2,300 over 20. Should give him some time to maybe catch up to us. Yeah. So rich of peak versus lean of peak is a time-honored debate, which is the same as like north up versus track up. It will never be resolved. It depends on the plane you're flying. Some planes went rich of peak, some planes went lean of peak. In the case of like our 172, the 172, we typically pull the mixture back until the engine starts running rough, and then we add a little bit more, a little more throttle back in. Have an EGT monitor in the Archer, so we use that, and in our 182, we do have an engine monitor, so we go off the exhaust temperature for that. All right, Carenado, yep, documentation, performance tables. Let's see what we got here. CMT Douglas, welcome aboard. Outside canyon view. Yeah. Good call. Perfect. Let me find out where we're at. Okay, we're at 9,500 feet, 2,300 RPMs. What is the temp out? We're ISA plus 13. All right, so while we're looking out the window here. Okay, so for 10,000 feet, which we're close to, recommended lean mixture, cowl flaps closed. 2,300 RPMs, 20 manifold, go away. 20 manifold pressure at roughly 20 C above standard. We are 55% power. We should be 126 true and 10.4 gallons per hour. So we're going to be a little bit more in terms of fuel flow and a little bit more in terms of speed, I think, than what we're showing here. We should be going just a little faster. So we should be going a little over 126 true and a little bit more gas than 10.4. Our true airspeed is 138 knots. And our fuel flow is... Okay, how many ticks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2, 4, 6. So we're burning 6.5 gallons per hour right now, which is impossible. And we're going 137 true. What do you expect? So even the book numbers are completely unreliable. So we're just going to pretend like none of that actually matters, because it doesn't, and stare out the window for a little bit. So you can get to see a request to send and maintain 5,000. Yeah, it ain't going to work too well. Ain't going to work at all. My airspeed's still dropping. All right, so we're doing 136 true now. I'm still way outclassing Ben's 172, I think. But if he goes closer to direct, because I'm sort of cruising up here and around, yeah. Be the Gamer 2YT, sorry I missed your sub. Thanks for 15 months of support. Hello, Ty and friends. Happy Wednesday. Can't believe it's been 1 year, 15 months already. Cheers to more sub months. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I missed your sub earlier. Look at my kitty 26. Welcome aboard. Thanks for the 9 months of support. Haven't had a chance to spot a cat stream in a while. Still giving to keep him going. Happy to be here tonight and catch a long missed stream. Here's to many more months. Cheers to Beat the Gamer 2YT, and cheers to Look at my kitty 26. Thank you both. Cheers. It would be 7 between 6 and 8 ticks. Oh, you're right. Yeah, so 7 gallons per hour. Sorry. So we're burning roughly the equivalent of a, gosh, there's probably some ultralights that burn about this much gas. Did you see the Star Wars trailer? Nah, dude, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm the wrong person when it comes to Star Wars. Anna Kinney, how you doing? NASCAR, good to see you. Ryan67, welcome aboard. Al Dog, welcome aboard. Anybody else I miss here, we'll get you. We use EGTs in our Archer too. Yeah, if you got an EGT gauge, that's the best way to go. And then Richard Peak or Lena Peak, depending on what you've been taught. Kirshen, good to see you. Did you get rid of the annoying whine, or am I just not hearing it on the stream? I got rid of the. Yes, I got rid of that. I did some. I got some new audio equipment. I replaced my Audio Box 22 VSL with a Focusrite Scarlett Solo, and we got rid of the background hum in the mic. My buddy and I suspected it was an impedance, or my buddy suspected it was an impedance issue, and I'm inclined to believe him because I don't know. Now we're pretty much straight for the airport. So the airport is at the end of this river. I'm guessing the other side of this ridge here, there's gonna be a lake. So the airport's next to a lake out there. That ridge is 5,000 or so? Yeah. That ridge is like 5,000. Because the area that we're flying over right now is 56. I think that's a little higher than 5. But we'll see what happens once we get out closer. The VFR chart in ForeFlight is cut off. Like, they've got the Grand Canyon chart up, but it's cut off the elevation number for the one feature I'm looking for. But I think 5,500 feet or so is what we're looking at out there. It's all good. November Papa, thanks for 12 months of support. Appreciate it, man. Cheers to you, buddy. Thank you again. Many men suffer from impedance. It's hard. Yes. You want to make sure you've got the correct impedance, from what I understand. Otherwise, you might have some problems. Been gone due to internet. That's too bad, man. There's 2 planes near me. Yep. Let's see if we can find them out here. Ben and Max are both out here. So Max is We may not be able to see them yet if they're not close enough. Yeah, Ben and Max are both kind of in this area somewhere. I got the power pulled back as much as I can get away with. The town is Bitter Springs from Fallout New Vegas. Huh. Did not know that. Just 5,000 feet below the MSA. It's fine. Yeah, not worried about it. We've got, what, 2,000 feet of clearance once you talk about the MSA? I mean, the VFR chart's telling me that I can go down to like 7,200, and that's our safe altitude. So we're fine. We get plenty. I heard dispatch is going to be a feature in ForeFlight. Yeah, it's going to be like a corporate feature. It's not really going to be for it's not going to be for guys like us. Their feature announced at MBAA. I could look at Skyvector, I guess. Yeah, it's like 5,000. That's fine. 6,600. There you go. 6,600 is the last peak out there. So once we cross that, we can start down. We'll pretty much just yank the power and, you know, off we go. Original Tintin, how you doing, man? X-Plane Nation, also welcome aboard. Happy Wednesday. Is this Carenado 182? Yes, it is. Space Dandy, happy Wednesday. Any nice single-engine six-seaters you recommend to rent? If you can find a, I mean, if you can find a Cessna, like if you can find a 206. What the hell's a 206? Like, are you talking about in the real world, or are you talking about in like FS economy?
Retard.
I hate you guys. Thanks, Anonymous, for gifting us up to another porn star. Jenna Hayes, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Skybest is planning on implementing them. I missed what you're talking about. Another research sub, yeah. more things to look up later. Aussie Benny H, what was the name of the peak that we saw in Salt Lake City many months ago that you got me to say on stream? If you're still here. Oh, did you get rid of the wine? Oh yeah, probably the fuel pump. Yeah, the wine is the fuel pump, which, I mean, in a high-wing plane, you only run the fuel pump if there's an issue with the engine-driven fuel pump, because it's all gravity-fed. So you turn the fuel pump on to start the engine, and then you turn the fuel pump on and you never touch that button again. So yes, that whine that you're hearing, or the whine that you would hear, would be that. The world's loudest fuel pump. Mount John Holmes. There you go. If you guys want a research project, go look up John Holmes.
Retard.
Thanks, Anonymous. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm out of tea, so we'll go to water now. Stationair, that's the 206. Yeah, this dream of mine is to rent a single engine prop down to Oshkosh next summer. You have to get my license for a while. Going to be done with my license around January. I want to bring 3 people. Yeah, well, a Stationair would be a good bet if you can find one.
Retard.
Cherokee 6 is also a 6-seater if you can find one. If you're talking 4 dudes in a plane, like a Cirrus SR-22 would fit the bill. You can get 4 dudes, luggage, and still have room for gas in an SR-22, and you'll go pretty quick. Like, that would probably be the one to look for, but it's not going to be cheap. What else could you do? You could look at twins. Like, if you want to go for your twin rating for this, you could find like well, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know if you could get 4 dudes in most twins that you could rent. Anonymous, thank you for that one as well. Cheers. I'm not saying that on stream, Aussie. So much science tonight. All the porn stars. Oh dear. How would you rate this plane? If you, what is this? Oh. My phone just tells me I have a new memory, and it's telling me about something I did in July. Not really sure why it's doing that. If you really want to fly a 182, this is probably your best bet, because this is basically the only 182. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting that sub as well. However, it does not fly by the numbers. It does not fly by the book. It has a 2D panel here. So buttons are all done in 2D and textured as opposed to, you know, 3-dimensional and textured. 4 Dude sounds like one of those science research projects. I saw on Reddit this NTSB report earlier. Yes, we'll read this one together, guys. NTSB investigators the private pilot and pilot-rated passenger were going to practice simulated instrument flight. Witnesses observed the airplane's right wing fail in a dive and crash. Examination of the wreckage and bodies revealed that both occupants were partially clothed and in the front right seat was in the full aft reclining position. Neither body showed evidence of seatbelts or shoulder harnesses being worn. Examination of the individual's clothing revealed no evidence of ripping or distress to the zippers and belts. The National Transportation Safety Board determines the probable cause of the accident as follows. The pilot in command's improper decision to divert her attention to other activities not related to the conduct of the flight, contributing to the accidents, yada yada. Going out with a bang. I mean, it's terrible. Like, it's awful that somebody would crash, but at the same time, like, if you're that big of an idiot, you know, Darwin will catch up. All right, let's go and start down. We'll do 6.5. It's so weird not seeing an autopilot panel here on one of these. Let's see here. Vertical speed, arm. And we'll go down. There we go, 500 feet per minute, thereabouts. And we'll go mixer up just a little bit here. Guess no autopilot on that. Yeah, no kidding. She was attending to the cockpit, yes. Terrible and hilarious. Lonely, good to see it. Yeah, so I saw that one via Reddit this morning. I think I had seen that report before, but I love the way that the NTSB investigators framed that the attention was diverted to activities that were not, most decidedly not flying. 22.8. All right, page is showing 300 at 7 knots, 10 miles, clear skies, 21 Celsius, altimeter 3002. So we're going to land to the north. And the field is out. Right there's the field. So we'll come in on left 45 for that runway. That'll be 5,300 feet. There we go. Heading over to Page.
Guard.
You're on guard! This is what happens when you deploy the flaps outside the white arc. So the back of skydiving planes are for. Oh yeah, there you go. Mike 1577, good to see you. Drew the Rooster pilot, welcome aboard. Did I tell you you got your private rating? You did not. Congratulations, sir. The RSG G1000 works so far in this. Awesome, dude. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't build. Because it's all stock avionics. Well, except for that thing. All right, you know what? my airplane. Page traffic, Skylane 717 Tango Sierra, 5 miles to the south, planning a left 45 for left traffic, runway 33 page. Except runway 33 is right pattern. Page traffic corrections, Skylane 717 Tango Sierra going to overfly the field at 6,300 feet and will enter right traffic, runway 33 page. You want to know which direction to go. Look at the chart. When you see RP2533, that means right
traffic. You got a
right
Skyhawk,
pattern.
Very slowly approaching from the south, about 1.5 miles. We'll be behind the Skylane, over field, and then right traffic 33 page.
You boys left me hanging on fingers.
I told you I was leaving.
No, I thought you said guard.
Oh, I didn't say guard.
Oh, I thought
Somebody else said guard.
No, you said guard.
No. Is this G1000 actually good? It's the default X-Plane G1000, so, you know, it's that. It's fine. It does most things it needs to do. My coffee, or my tea's empty, I'm sorry. Max, you have the, I think Max said he has the
Page
honeycomb.
traffic, got a white caravans, straight in final, 4 mile final, 33 page.
Hey, traffic, Skylane 77, take us here 5 miles south and overfly the field 6,300 to make right traffic, runway 33 page.
That's a good pilot right there.
That's right. I'm not a corporate guy though, so you know.
Hey, we got to get on the ground. The clock's ticking. We're burning fuel.
Well, this plane doesn't burn much fuel, so we're okay.
I'm overheating my engines trying to stay up.
There's a cream for that. Don't fight, you both said guard, okay. Did I say guard? Oh, maybe I did. I meant to say CTAF. Chat's telling me I said guard.
Going to the team.
We forgive you.
Did I see the Chi-Chi Maxis flying away? I did not know. I didn't have a chance to catch the stream. I'll get the recap from him later. This thing is so high on the nose. What if we just go more power? Hey, traffic, Skylane 717, take us here, fly the field 6,300, planning right traffic, runway 33 page. I don't know any of the numbers for manifold pressure and whatnot on the descent for this plane, so we're just going to kind of wing it.
Page traffic, got a white caravans, 3 mile final, 33 page.
So Max is out here. Let's see if we can, whoops. See if we can see Max. Not yet. Yeah, out there somewhere.
Yeah, page traffic, Skyhawk's going to do straight in for 3-3. It'll be number 3 still, of course. Page.
My man.
All right, get ourselves a nice easy climb rate, about 500 feet per minute. Starting down.
You'll get there one day, Tough.
I'll get there one day. Oh, cry. Oh. If you lose the fuel plate, I'll have to land soon and defuel the plane. Yeah. Field behind us. Fly out here for a mile or two. We'll make our pattern entry. Pattern altitude is going to be 5,300 feet. Let's go and start the turn. Hey, traffic, Skylane 717, take us here, entering right 45 for right traffic, runway 33, page. Can we get a quick external view? There you go. It's the best I got for you right now. I'm hand flying this thing, so I gotta focus. Alright, let's set the bug for 3-3. Here we go. 300's pattern altitude coming up. Yeah, we're nowhere near Area 51. There's field. Page traffic 77 Tango Sierra, right downwind, runway 33, page. Actually on the ground.
Affirmative on the ground.
Okay. Yep, I see him down there. Okay. So that was our 45-degree pattern entry. The proper way to do it. Beam the numbers, pull the power. First notch flaps. Looking for about 90 knots. I'm gonna go full prop. Go. Try to put this about 45. Turn in now. Page traffic 77 Tango Sierra, right base runway 33, page. More power there. There's my 90. Staunch flaps. Having checked. Hey, traffic 717 Tango Sierra, final 33, page. Last notch flaps come in. Get ourselves down to about 70 knots or so. Rolling out. One white, one red. Looks good. Extremely nose high on this. There we go, 65 to 70. That's my number. Put a sink there. Just a touch of power in. Flaps up, get the weight on the wheels. And on the brakes. Page traffic 717 Tango Sierra, clear runway 33, page.
Page Skyhawk, 8 Papa Fox is 2 miles straight and final 33, page.
So we'll let you know we're all counting on you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now after takeoff, we're going to pull the mixture out, and we're going to set our landing light and strobe light off. Butter! Butter, 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 butter. Triple Seven Bob, how you doing? Bamsler, welcome aboard. Here's your external view. I don't know. Plane flies well. Like, it doesn't fly by the numbers, but I mean, by the like fuel numbers and whatnot that the manual says it should be using. But it feels fine. Maybe they've dampened. It feels like they've dampened the rudder motion a little bit in this thing. Like, it almost feels like we're flying with a yaw damper, even though we're not. There we go. Pull park brake back. And avionics off. And off. Pro tip, always leave your beacon on. Because if you walk away from the airplane and forget to turn the master switch off, guess what? Beacon's still on. Hey, you made it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Page. Here we are. That wasn't too bad. Whatever, man. Doesn't fly by the numbers, but it's fine. Let's go do X economy, open that, finish flight. And then we'll go ahead and just, yeah, we burned 9 gallons. I don't think that's correct. Yep, my instructor taught me that, Benny. Always leave the beacon on. And anytime I see people turn the beacon off, I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Just always leave it on. Then you always know if you walk away and forget. Because I have walked away and forgotten to turn the master off. Looked up and said, oh, hey, by the way, ZNYCC, good to see you. Has Carenado fixed the issue where you would go direct to a waypoint and would delete the whole flight plan? Ooh, I don't know. We're going to find out, I guess. Thanks for gifting a sub, somebody, to a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Cheers. I guess we'll research that. I'll research that later. But then you might miss the beacon still being on. Well, yeah, if that happens. The nav lights are a little tougher because they're not, like, the thing with the beacon is that you see the beacon everywhere. I leave the nav lights on all the time anyway when I'm flying. My instructor got cranky at me about that too. He's like, you should turn the nav lights off. I'm like, why? They're LEDs. Like, they're not going to burn out. Like, when I'm flying around, man, I want every single light in that airplane on. I want to be seen. And that sentiment was not necessarily shared by my instructor, which I never quite understood. All right. Where's Ben? Oh, he left. Did he sign off? Oh, he's around somewhere. Oh, he's at the other. Oh, there he is. He's at the other side of the terminal there. He went to Classic or American Aviation, not the Lake Powell. Excuse me, the Lake Powell Jet Center. I just went where Max was. Replacing a burned out bulb is so much cheaper than a collision. Yeah. Well, like, our planes are all LEDs. Like, my club's airplanes are all LEDs. So why do I care? Got to fly the new Cirrus SR20. It wasn't cheap, but it was worth it just for the lights. Yeah, dude, the lights on those things are kind of funky. Hey, Jay, good to see you, man. I'm doing well, buddy. How are you? You won't forget it if you follow the checklist. That's true. I follow the checklist in the real plane, yes. But sometimes you get really excited when you're on the ground and you just kind of forget. Well, the reason, Drew, is because it used to, like, in the days of incandescent bulbs, they would burn out. And they would say, well, you don't want the light to burn out on you. In the days of LED bulbs, it don't matter. All right, let's do a little bit of flight planning here for this next one. We're going to fly this one IFR, put this thing through its IFR paces. Let's see here. The flight is PGA to CEZ. So we need to find a approach point at CEZ, KPGA, KCEZ. 2 routes. Oh, well, there we go. I guess we'll just do direct. I'm not going to do direct, though. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to look at the procedures. Approaches. So what are the winds favoring right now? First of all, 140 at 3. So the winds are indifferent, but favoring 2-1. So with PilotEdge, when you're going into an untowered airport, the thing that you generally should do is file to a. Oh, you know what? We could fly. Oh, look at that procedure, dude. That's what we're gonna fly. We're gonna fly the VOR2. We should fly the VOR2 one, shouldn't we? That looks pretty fun. What do you say? We'll fly to Cortez. And we'll fly that. We'll fly that approach. Because why not? It'll be fun. Procedure turn. Yes. I'll put it through its paces just nicely. All right, so let's go file that. Let's see. The altitude-wise, we need to go... we can go to... We'll go to 9,500, or we'll go to 9,000 for this one. I'm just looking at features and whatnot. There is a mountain right there that is 10,300 feet. That is directly in our path. So we could go to... Oh, man. All right, let's go to the low chart. The low chart says I need to go to 13.5. 13.6 over here. I guess we're going to go to 15. IFR written studying now. When do I and when do I don't do the procedure turn? I've yet to find a definitive answer except the charts say no PT. Ah! It's a very good question. Okay. In the case of this approach right here, see if I can do this. Oop, that's not what I want. Let's grab the RNAV. Let's grab the VOR and we'll grab the other RNAV as well. Okay. So in the case of the VOR approach, which is what we're planning on flying, if you are flying, if you are not being vectored onto the approach, if you're flying direct Cortez and then sent off on the approach, then the procedure turn is required. So you can't just do direct Cortez and then jump in here and fly the approach. No matter what direction you're coming from, okay, you would have to fly to Cortez and then fly the outbound course, fly the procedure turn, come back in, and then fly in. So that's that one. That was the easy one. If they're giving you vectors for the approach, they might say, join the, I don't even know how they would say it. Clear direct Cortez at or above, yada, yada, yada. Cleared for this straight in. I don't even know if you could do that on this approach from there. So if they give you direct Cortez, you pretty much have to fly the procedure turn. If we look at one of these aren't good examples because they don't have a procedure turn. This one does. If you are flying this approach, okay, if you are given vectors to final, then you don't have to fly the procedure turn. However, if you are told to fly the approach from Rattlesnake, so clear direct Rattlesnake, cleared for the RNAV, whatever this is approach, you fly in and you see it says no PT. So you don't fly that procedure turn. Okay. However, if you're flying direct Tahib, if they say cleared direct Tahib, cleared RNAV, yada, yada approach, legally you have to fly the procedure turn. It doesn't matter if you're coming in this direction here. Okay. Legally, you would have to fly this procedure turn one lap to get yourself established. Now, in the real world, what's going to happen is you're going to get, if you're coming in from, let's say, from this direction down here, they're going to clear you direct Tahib and clear you for the straight-in approach. If they clear you direct Tahib and cleared direct Tahib straight-in RNAV approach, then you don't have to fly the procedure turn. You can go. If they just clear you direct Tahib, you're legally supposed to fly that procedure turn, no matter which direction you're coming in from. It seems kind of ridiculous because if you come in from this direction, obviously you're going to fly it. So I guess the kind of the other example of something like that would be if we go to Long Beach. And if I'm misspeaking on this, please somebody tell me. It's been a long time since I thought about this. Like mostly close to a year. The ILS 30 into Long Beach is interesting because you have this fix at Gunny. Okay, you have the procedure turn here, and you have a feeder route coming in from Seal Beach. So Seal Beach can actually feed into this approach. So if you're coming in from Seal Beach, what you have to do is you have to fly, intercept, go outbound, or I guess in this case you would do a teardrop. So fly, intercept, teardrop, and then come in like that. If you're coming in from, you know, ESCAL, boom, boom, and off you go. You don't have to actually fly that because it says no PT. But in the case of the Seal Beach, you'd have to fly the procedure turn there. Clear? Clear? Clear as mud. I've seen some charts that say from X heading to Y heading, no PT. Yep, I think I've seen that before too in the remarks section. Honestly, if you're flying it in the real world, just ask the controller. Because I've gotten these weird, like, cleared direct to this intersection and, you know, cleared for the RNAV approach. I'm like, do you want me to fly the procedure turn? Because, like, I'm usually I'm already at the altitude for that fix, or cleared to the altitude for that fix. And, like, it's not necessary for me to fly this thing right now. And they usually say, yeah, don't worry about it. 3 Light Havoc, good to see you. Peter, Pilot Peter, welcome aboard. I love procedure turns. I love them because because I can log them and they get knocked out. All right, so we're going to fly that. For altitude, so I'm looking at altitudes here. We basically have to go off the Moroka because there are no other altitudes out here for us. So our altitude is going to be off of these orange-ish, goldish numbers. And then when we look at the plate for the approach that we want to fly, boom, boom, boom. From the direction that we're coming in from over here, the MSA is going to be 11,000 feet. So we got to be above 11,000 coming in just to get on this approach. So we'll go to 15. So we can be above the Moroka and not in, yeah. So it's a good thing we're flying a turbo aircraft. That's what I'm saying here. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. All right, so let's file that. Get rid of ye old iPad here. PilotEdge. You never knew any of that. Ha! Really? It's clearance limits. It's all about clearance limits, yes. Yep. It's the way that it's written is much more strict than the way that it happens in the real world, in my experience. And in the real world, honestly, in the real world, if a controller cleared you for, if we go back to Cortez and we look at that RNAV, if you're down here, okay, and the controller cleared you direct to Hebe, and you came out here and you flew a procedure turn, the controller would probably be pissed at you. Like, what are you doing? That's a case where, like, always ask for clear. Like, am I cleared for the straight end? If you're clear for the straight end, don't worry about it. Just go. In some cases, they can't clear for the straight end, but yeah, you know, if in doubt, ask. All right, and hopefully I didn't just completely misspeak and confuse everybody, including myself. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the iPad up. Well, you guys get the idea. IFR training is not equal to IFR real world. No, not a chance. We were talking about this last week, Tango. My experience with we were talking about it in Discord. My experience with IFR flying has been, like, my instrument rating has probably saved 10 of my flights this year. A couple of them have been the departure legs where it saved me. A couple of them have been the en route legs where they saved me. I have logged a grand total of 2 approaches in actual IFR conditions since I've had my instrument rating. 2 of them. However, I've been through IMC more than a few times, but it's all been en route kind of stuff, or the ceiling's high enough that they can get you below the ceiling and clear you for the visual approach. The only time you do real PTs, IRL, or at uncontrolled airports where they clear you for the whole procedure. Yep. Pretty much. Like, if they can't get you down and you need room to descend, then you fly the procedure turn, get yourself down, and then you can fly in from there. Also requesting holding on IFR procedures. Yeah, that too. Totally spooked about the first time I get disoriented. Well, I don't want to say it's not that big a deal, but like, going up in actual is fun. Like, I've been trying to find actual, and the problem is the ceilings have been 300 feet or 3,000 feet, and neither one of those will. I need ceilings between about, I'd say, about 500 or 600 feet, and probably 1,800 feet for me to be able to go out and reliably log some approaches. Otherwise, I'm just burning holes in the sky and kind of wasting my time. All right, November 717 Tango Sierra. We are a Cessna 182 slant G. We're about 145 true. We are taking off out of KPGA. We're heading to KCEZ. We're going to be cruising at 15,000 feet. And we are going CEZ direct. File that. All right. Yeah, nothing like hood or foggles. Yeah. And flying in the system is nothing like training. That's the thing. Like, for most of my training, it was like, we're going to go up and we're going to shoot an approach. We're going to shoot an approach. We're going to shoot an approach. We're going to do 3 approaches, couple of holds. We're going to do it in an hour and we're going to be back on the ground. And that is so far from reality. It's ridiculous. Like, the most realistic flight I think I did my entire time during training was my long cross country where we flew, we shot an approach, we flew some more, we shot another approach, then we flew back and we shot an approach. Like, that was the most realistic flight that I did the entirety of my training. Like, it's insane. IFR training, in my opinion, does very little to prepare you for actual IFR flying. Oh, I left the magnetos on. Great. All right. A lot of factors contribute to whether you get cleared straight in or not. On the East Coast, it isn't really an issue, but when you get into higher terrain, minimum vectoring altitudes come into play. Yep. Yeah, and that'd be the biggest reason. It's kind of the same for the PPL. The only real flight you do is cross country. Wow, dude, I look at the track logs for our airplanes in my club, and like they never leave the local airport. It's crazy. Like, those guys are constantly like just sticking around the home airport. I'm like, you guys should go somewhere. You know, you have an airplane, like, go fly somewhere. For the time that you spend sightseeing our local airport, you could fly up to Portland, Maine, take your wife out to dinner, and then fly back, and you'd spend just a teeny little bit more money. There's so much cool stuff to do. All right, beacon on, nav on. We know we don't need to worry about priming or anything because, you know, Carenado. All right, yell clear prop. Throttle a little bit cracked there. .900 RPMs. Low pressure's in the green. Good. Avionics on. Pull that knob out a little bit. True flight. Good to see it. Started like a Rotax. Yeah. Actually, our club's 182. Even being carbureted starts pretty well. Flyboy 19, welcome aboard. It's good to see you. Flying schools tend to teach purely to pass the check ride. Cody 6 Alpha, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to whether, and it comes down to like your goals in flying. You know, if your goal is to just become a pilot, like a professional pilot, then you're not going to necessarily get a lot out of, you're not really going to get a lot out of like extended cross countries and things like that. Like, you're really looking for building up a skill set and training. Oh, we're going to be over in Western U.S., I think. Prescott. We're calling Prescott radio tonight. 22.8. Or no. It's not 22.8. What is the... Is it 22... 22... Oh, no. What's the flight service frequency on PilotEdge? Please? Anybody? 222. Okay, it is 22.2. Thank you. We'll make our way out to the runway. I could just depart VFR, obviously. I could fly this whole route VFR. But I want to fly one in the system here.
Number 24 Alpha Sierra, clear to the Charlie Echo Zulu Airport.
Oh, yeah.
On departure, direct slalom, and then it's filed. Climb via the SID.
How about that? Where are they
Squawk
flying
3454.
Air Scene's flying with us. If anybody has heard of PilotEdge will ever go nationwide, yeah, they probably won't. Keith has basically said that if they ever do another expansion, it'll probably be to Europe.
Correct.
But that's really only, I suspect that's only likely to happen if they have a really, really good pull to do something like that. Yeah, we're not going to do max continuous. That'd be dumb. Iowa has a ton of traffic. Yeah.
Legion 2 open.
It's the problem Euro Truck is going to run in, or American Truck Sim is going to run into. What happens when they get to the flyover states? Like, are we going to see an American Truck Simulator add-on for Iowa, and then another one for Kansas, and another one for Nebraska? Or are they just going to say, you know what? All of these states are pretty much the same. So here's the American Truck Sim Great Plains states. Pull off the run-up area here, get our clearance. Oh, door's open. Fixed. Checklist.
1122 Eagle Pirates on request.
Just loop on some cornfields for 18 hours, pretty much, dude.
Number 4632 Foxtrot.
All right. Prescott Radio, who we're calling.
Squawk IDAT, say altitude.
And we are going to Charlie Echo Zulu.
Number 32 Foxtrot, radar contact 16 miles south of Gill. Clear direct Jeffco.
Fat on sceneries make nice scenery. I'd fly more in the Midwest. Just throw some ortho for XP in and look at the cornfields.
32 Foxtrot affirmative, clear direct Jeffco.
Just about to make my call. Prescott Radio, hello. Skylane 717 Tango Sierra, IFR clearance Charlie Echo Zulu, please.
So 17 Tango Sierra clearance on a question number 2.
Number 2. Power back a touch here, about 900 RPMs for the idle. Don't need to burn any more than that. Midwest is super dull. Yeah, it ain't great. I was driving through Kansas years ago when I saw a billboard for McDonald's. It said it was what exit it was 100 miles. You know you're in the middle of nowhere when you have to go 100 miles to find McDonald's.
Beaver 1 departure, Belgian transition, then is
yeah,
filed.
it's fantastic. A lot of times you'll also see like 5 different exits where you can find the McDonald's too.
Correction there to your departure
It's like
frequency is going to be
exit 13,
130.47.
exit 22, exit 37, exit 56, exit 73. Those are all the McDonald's in our state. Done! What's going on, buddy? Happy Wednesday. It's good to see you. Takers Minion, happy Wednesday.
1122, back.
Hope you all are doing well. I'm not thinking about ground scenery, but I do like detailed airport scenery. That makes sense. Keep that door open. Now we'll open the window, man.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Center, cleared from the Page Airport to the Charlie Echo Zulu Airport as filed. Maintain 15,000. Departure frequency 118.57. Squawk 4134. Hold for release.
Clear from the Page Airport to the Charlie Echo Zulu Airport as filed. 15,000. Departure 118.57. Squawk 4134. 717 Tango Sierra.
November 7 Tango Sierra, standby 1. November 7 Tango Sierra, can you please go ahead with your reback again? I'm sorry.
Oh, good, man. Cleared from the Page Airport to the Charlie Echo Zulu Airport as filed. 15,000. Departure 118.57. Squawk 4134. 717 Tango Sierra.
November 7 Tango Sierra, reback correct. And find sphere number 1 for departure.
We'll go. All right. Charlie Echo Zulu.
Center 4632 Foxtrot. I need to cancel that IFR flight plan. I had a little bit of a mishap.
Uh-oh.
November 4632 Foxtrot, roger.
Here we go. That's set.
Southwest 120, contact
And then we'll set 15,000. Arm that. Everything else there we'll not worry about. Oh, is there a departure procedure for this airport?
Rock Band 297, you don't have a flight plan on file. I also can't find your call sign, so it's probably the reason.
Page. Departure procedure, runway 33, climb heading 336 to 6,000 feet. Hold up here. Heading 336 to 6,000 feet, then climbing left turn direct to the Page VOR, and then continue from there. Page is not on my flight plan, but I guess it should have been. All right, so 336 to 6,000, and then Page,
it's likely because
and then off we go.
United 745.
So let me put PGA in here. I should have put PGA on the flight plan. There we go. Heading 336.
Southwest 120, it's 121.3.
6,000 feet, and then left turn to Page.
Rock Band 297, clear to Centennial Airport, Beaver 1 departure, Belgian transition, then as filed, to climb via the SID, departure frequency 120.47, squawk 1704. Rock Band 297, right back correct.
All right. Close the doors now.
Southwest 120, roger, it's Victor, altimeter 2990, expect ILS 211. Spirit 504, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6.
Emperor Skylane 717 Tango Sierra is ready for release.
November 717 Tango Sierra, time now 0155, clearance void of airborne by 0210. Release for departure.
Release for departure 77 Tango Sierra. We'll see you in a second. Hey, traffic, Skylane 717 Tango Sierra departing runway 33, Page. All right, lights are set. Camera set in action. Cowl flaps, mixture, prop, flaps. Checked. Clear to the right. Go to the left. Let's go flying. Take us a minute. How you doing? Vigilante, we'll see you later. A lot of interesting gift subs tonight, yes. It's been one of those kind of nights. 3-3 identified. Here we go. Boeing man, good to see you, man. Thanks for 25 months. Power's coming up. Instruments green. Airspeed's alive. Here's rotation. Flaps up. I'm going to do max continuous through 6,000 feet here, just to try to get myself up. Positive rate, geared up. Check. Hey, traffic 717 Tango Sierra is departing the area to the north. This will be our last call, Page. Departure's 1857. When I said camera, that's part of the camera check. Let's do this. There's 90 knots. Let's turn you on. Pull that power back in a second here. – 6,000 feet. We'll start the left turn. Arm that. Put that in heading mode.
297. New ground runway 25, taxi via Alpha.
Denver Center, Skylane 717, Tango Sierra 6,300, climbing 15,000 just off page.
November 717, Tango Sierra, Denver Center, squawk ident.
Squawk ident, 7 Tango Sierra.
Tango Sierra, radar contact 4 miles northwest of page altimeter 3002.
02. Okay, make this around here. And then off we shall go. Pull the power back now. Back to the green arc. The nose down a touch. We'll see how this thing does to 7 or 15,000 feet. It's turbocharged, so it should handle it. That doesn't mean anything, though. It's direct right there. Close enough. Pop that in there, pop ourselves into nav mode. Let ourselves set up for the intercept here.
Course 120 NorCal approach, clear ILS runway 28 left approach.
Up we go. I have a Holy Chit t-shirt. I like that.
2145, contact Albuquerque Center.
Boeing man, thanks again for the 25 months. I appreciate it, buddy. Cheers.
2145.
Legion 2, contact Fresno approach 119.6.
119.6, Legion 2.
Artist submission, that's a pretty good one, too.
Albuquerque Center, Southwest, 2145, 370.
There's an accent. I approve.
Southwest 2145, Albuquerque Center, roger. United 1122, Eagle ground runway 25, taxi via Alpha.
Probably just go.
297, Eagle Tower, runway 25, cleared for takeoff.
I don't know. Can I just go direct? I shouldn't. It's fine.
November 24, Alpha Sierra.
I forgot to find
Tower,
that.
wind 26010, gust 22, runway 33, cleared for takeoff.
Bind that to 3. Direct. Cortez, activate. Close enough.
Further approach, Legion 2, 16,000, descending 11,000, information might.
Go for 800 feet per minute, see if we can keep this thing, keep the dream alive here.
Runway 29 right.
We'll expect visual 29 right, Legion 2.
Definitely a turbocharged engine. Our 182 climbs like a dog, man. You get above like 3,000 or 4,000 feet on a hot day, you're getting like 350, 400 feet per minute. She did not want to go. They blamed the summer intern at one of the government agencies for releasing the statement that he had the names of the pilots.
Rockband 297, roger, contact departure.
One of my favorite pranks. I hope it was worth it. It's pretty good.
Rockband 297,
Iowa Scotsman, good to see you, buddy.
climbing via the SID to 15,000 on the Beaver.
Rockband 297, Denver Center, ident.
You got your O2? Of course we do.
Rockband 297, radar contact 2 miles southwest, Eagle, climb and maintain flight level 210.
210, Rock Band 297.
Legion 2, selecting 210 vectors, visual approach, descend and maintain 9,000.
Descend and maintain 9,000, Legion 2.
Legion 2, roger, finding 210 vectors, visual approach.
Yeah, we got our oxygen.
Verify heading 10.
I didn't think about that.
2, fly heading 210
I'll never
vectors,
find
visual
myself going to 15,000 feet in a
sorry
piston,
about that.
so
Heading 210,
I
visual
didn't
approach,
even
Legion
think
2.
about that. Yeah, sure we do. Open the window. Plenty of oxygen.
Number 4, Alpha Sierra, contact departure.
I approve. Uh-oh. What happened?
At 1122, roger, be advised, previous partnering aircraft, reporting loss 20 knots, possible wind shear off departure and runway 25.
Possible
takeoff,
wind shear.
005.
Not to be confused with the possible pilot deviation. That's 700 feet per minute. Try to keep ourselves right around. So I'm looking at trying to maintain 90 knots and adjusting my climb rate accordingly. So we're 10,000 for 15,000. Title of the stream. We have our oxygen.
Departure contact, climb and maintain flight level 100.
When I opened the window, I let the lag in. The drag impacted my computer. Totally how it works. I approve. Sorry, I want to see how the PC's doing. I don't get to properly stress it very often, so I'm always curious. Yeah, 4.2, 4.3 on the overclock. Doing all right. We're bludgeoning it pretty good right now. 35% utilization. It's huge. You don't believe me. That's ridiculous. This machine's got so much power. I think I'm doing the encoded medium setting, or the medium preset. Yeah, I'm doing it at medium. I could probably do it at slow if I really wanted to.
6,000.
Which is pretty okay.
6,000.
Oh, the iPad with the shades is pretty good. Yeah. Climbing at VX or VY? We're climbing closer to cruise climb. Normally I would climb 90 knots in the real plane, or in a real 182. What do they have listed? Did they even have cruise climb listed?
At 1122, contact departure.
Pre-flight, starting engine before takeoff. En route climb, yeah, airspeed on the en route climb is 90 to 100 knots. So.
Legion 2, turn left heading 180.
Left 180, Legion 2.
Yeah. When you went to the Microsoft event, you said you were only getting 30 frames. Were you guys running the sim at 4K? I said it felt like more than 30 frames. We didn't have any way to verify the FPS that we were actually seeing in the sim. What I said is that it felt like more than 30 frames per second. I believe the sim was running in 4K, yes, but again, I couldn't check that either. However, the monitors they had us using, I'm fairly certain they were 4K monitors.
Number center right now.
Flash side, 22.
Number 2 for Alpha Sierra, contact number center 118.57.
Bird Strike, good to see you, my friend. Happy Wednesday.
Get about 6 minutes off the flight deck, please.
The pre-alpha is not so optimized at all. And they've even said as much. They haven't done the optimizations yet, so. Like when asked about hardware requirements and stuff like that, they said they had no idea what the minimum or recommended or whatnot specs would be, because they hadn't even gotten to the point where they needed to determine that. Which basically means that they're running all this stuff on super beefy hardware when they can, or when they're doing their stuff.
Legion 2, we're looking.
Legion 2, send and maintain 5,000.
5,000.
Emails are going out. Oh, you don't say.
Denver Center, 24 Alpha Sierra, leveling off at 19,000. Flight level 190.
24 Alpha Sierra, Denver Center, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Up to 260, 24 Alpha Sierra.
I heard the same rumor. I would imagine it's going to be a pretty small group of people they let in for the first round, because they said that they're looking for very specific hardware specs to do like pointed testing which to me implies they're looking for people with incredibly powerful hardware. But I have honestly no idea what they're looking for. Just it's all speculation. But yeah, the technical alpha is supposed to start tomorrow. Unfortunately, I think it's all supposed to be NDA'd, so nobody will be able to talk about it.
Sierra for direct Cortez.
Direct Cortez 24 Alpha Sierra.
Direct Cortez. Yeah, we are up here. 15,000 feet in a single inch of piston feels like cheating. Masri Lewis, good to see you.
Southwest.
I love the wide window view from this airplane. Yeah. Yeah, the only downside of these things is that they sit a little nose high, so like it's actually kind of tough to see out the front sometimes. Q1 2020 is rumored for current release. No, I think the current release is slated for the end of 2020. Piper Alex, good to see you. The glasses on the wave is pretty good too. If I win the Powerball, I won't need sim time. If I win, we both get planes. Now we're talking. Going with the Vision Jet. Vision Jets are nice. They're not bad little planes. I'd rather have a TBM personally, but I mean, the Vision Jets. Well, the TBM. I guess the TBM has an auto throttle now too, so there's that. Gonna say the Vision Jet now has an auto throttle. Holiday 2020. That's more like it. Yeah. Yeah, my guess is full release by the end of next year. Remember, Microsoft is releasing Project Scarlet next year, along with the PlayStation 4 coming out and whatnot. So, and I still think there's a good chance that you're going to see that sim be part of the Project Scarlet release. Totally unconfirmed, totally conjecture, which is that's my opinion. Oh, TBM, yeah. See? TBM's good, man. You can put it in a lot of places you can't put a Vision Jet. A little bit louder, but Vision Jet also wasn't that quiet. Are we going to get a Cloud Ahoy debrief after this flight? I forgot to record the flight. Yeah, I mean, I think I can save the track log and we can mess around with it a bit. But yeah, I forgot to hit the record button. We'll do a debrief one of these nights. Didn't get an email over the past week for flight sim testing. I think they just started going out today, from what I've heard. All right, 15,000 feet. Pull the power back, or prop back, I should say. If we're up here, 2,300 RPMs. So as you pull the RPM back, you need to pull the power back to get the manifold pressure back in the green. It's about 27 inches to put us in the green. Just a touch there. And then we're going to mix, we'll just pull the mixture back to, so the way this thing leans is not right, but we'll pull the ITT back just at the top of the green there. That's what worked earlier. It does not climb that fast, that is for sure. There we go. Somehow we're burning more fuel now. Oh yeah, actually we're also 27 compared to 20 on the manifold pressure. All right, good enough.
120 contact approach.
Welcome to cruise.
0.65.
I don't think that's correct. Seriously, dude. And we have a 12-knot tailwind. One to buy Reality expansion pack,
Southwest
please.
120 North Tower, Roger, turn right 100.
Good news is we'll be there in like 45 minutes. A little late for a GA Monday, but we'll do it. I think the true is too high. We pull out so if I pull out the numbers they gave us. Carenado CT182T performance tables, and we look for 15,000. So we'll say optimistically on the low end we'll go for we'll pull 14,000 numbers. We're 2,327 on the manifold pressure. So let's just do this. Let's 27. So we're ish here. It's plus 11 ISA. So we're halfway between standard and 20.
120 join the final outside of due yet, so about 5 miles.
73, so we're right around 73 to 75% power. The book is saying the true airspeed should be roughly 152 to 153.
Visual approach 28 left.
Yeah, so and down here on the 16, so we're between 14 and 16,000. So we're at 15. Down here it says 154 to 155. So we're running about 12 to 14 knots too fast for what the numbers here say. So we'll call it, we're 12 knots fast to the true. And oops, I didn't mean to do that. And gallons per hour was supposed to be what, 13, I think, 13 GPH. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're running 10 gallons per hour right now. So we're 12 knots fast, and we're about 3 knots or 3 gallons per hour low on the fuel consumption.
297 Denver.
Yeah, dude, it's way off.
Yeah, at 1122 cross Thompson.
170 true now.
250 knots Denver altimeter 3027.
And I guess I can even get more power.
250 knots.
So we can go to 28. 28 inches.
Denver Center 24 Alpha Sierra off the flight deck for a few minutes request.
24 Alpha Sierra under.
There you go. Rental power a bit, basically. It's your speed relative to the Colorado River. Well, that's our ground speed, man. We're doing almost 190 knots over the ground. Like, we are friggin' hauling in this thing. 15 knots fast now. Oh well, whatever. How's the 182? Rusty Flyers, good to see, man. It's fine. It doesn't fly particularly, like the speeds and whatnot don't really fly by the numbers at all. Like the numbers they've even given us, I'm not even sure those numbers are right, but it doesn't fly by those numbers. It looks fine. It hand flies pretty well. You know, it's the only 182 we really have. There's that. So I guess beggars can't be choosers.
Retard.
Hey, we want to firewall, see what happens to Dr. Trenchcoat. So let's go props full. Throttle max. I don't think we'll get this to 200. Max continuous. $190. $191. Or better yet, somebody make a 180 or 185. Yeah. I wish I'm hoping SimCoders has a rep for this thing. Selendis, good to see you. Been watching your VODs off and off for a while, or off and on for a while. Well, welcome aboard. Happy Wednesday. Good to have you here live. We're oh yeah, missed your sub. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers, Selendis.
17,250 knots. You just descend and maintain 17,000.
All right, we'll hold you down to 17. We'll slow when we get there. We'll give you our best rate. Rock band 297.
It'll make a 177. I don't think there's any Cardinals out there. Not that I know of, at least. I mean, I'm excited about this because it's a 182. 182 is a cool, cool platform.
I'm just messing with you the call time.
Oh.
But yeah. Alabeo. Oh, Alabeo made a 177. Oh, there you go.
2035, Rockman 297.
Euphoric Ranger, what's going on, man? Happy Thursday to you, sir. I hope you're doing well. They did make a Cardinal. No kidding. Is it any good?
4 off 0 back.
Rockman 297, Denver, approach Roger, expect vectors ILS.
The world's most
35
complicated landing gear. They made a 177 that wasn't a retract? Ooh.
Southwest 2145.
Oh yeah, look at that interior.
Southwest 21,
Hell yeah.
Rockman 297, descend and maintain 3000.
Yeah.
Then 1122, contact Denver approach 120.35.
Ryan67, thanks for 4 months. Did we make 200 true? Now we're at 178 true and 197 over the ground. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much, dude.
Discretion, maintain 16,000. Cortez.
Simpilot 13, happy Wednesday. It's good to see you. I want a good tail dragger.
3006, 24 off 0.
Did any of those Piper Cubs ever turn into anything decent? Bill flies it. He likes it for what it is. Yeah, and that's how most of these Carenado planes are. It's like, whatever. You accept them for what they are. You know, it is what it is, I guess. I'm going to be critical of this thing just because I fly one of these and, you know, I don't fly a turbo, but, like, this thing is way off the numbers. But, you know, whatever. In the end, like, who cares? We're still out here simulating, having a good time. I'm still hauling my FS economy passengers. It's cool. King of the North, good to see you. Don't trust tail draggers with X-Plane's ground handling. I thought they fixed it. You want me to get the 177? We'll think about it. Finally get to catch a weekday stream. Yeah, it's good to have you here, dude. What time? What time is it? Is it in Euphoric Ranger? I think you're in New Zealand, right? What time is it over there? And Aussie Benny H, if you're still here, what time is it in where you're at in Australia? Firehawk Sim, good to see you. ETA is about half an hour. Just about 30 minutes. It's pretty out here, that's for sure. Oh, you're in Australia, okay. I couldn't remember if you were a Kiwi or not. They did. Is 11:40 the final fix for ground handling? I have no idea. 1:19 p.m. That's insane. 1:19 p.m. tomorrow. The Bush Kit tail dragger with rep handles kind of okay. Do the rep planes work now with 1140? I have no idea. Jennigan's good to see you. Yeah, scenery's okay. Got here for a little bit. Random rock formations and stuff. I don't think. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. Is 1140 still in beta? Isn't it? I don't think they've done a proper release yet, have they? I don't know though. Maces. There you go. There's some maces out there. Ooh. Ooh. Not really sure about that texturing. Excuse me. Sorry, it's getting late. Try not to yawn. Trying to be awake. Sim is chunking up a bit here. I have no idea what we loaded in. Yeah. Not a whole lot of options if you engine out. Well, I mean, there's no options for landing. There's a private strip off my left wing here. Right. There's a city down there. That's probably where I would aim, is for that city, or that little settlement. There's a
Alaska 309.
Maybe it's just a dirt strip out here somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I would... Oh, there it is. So I bet we could make that airport. I mean, there's not a lot of options at the same time. I wouldn't be super concerned about crashing into anything because there's roads and, you know, relatively flat land. I think I'd be okay. Now, there's that whole society is not anywhere near us and people may not find us right away sort of thing, but you have an ELT, so that ELT goes off, they're going to come out and they're going to find you, especially in the desert here like this. Light something on fire if you have to. Is that the one-way in airport with the cliff at the end? That's a private airport. So I mean, I think there's a few one-way in airports, but yeah, I mean that looks like a one-way in airport, but it's also private, so it's kind of a do whatever you want airport. Excuse me. I'm trying not to fall asleep. Sorry. There's another strip up here somewhere. Let's pull the VFR chart up. Before the little valley, just ahead and to the right. Not sure we'll find this one. AZ Minerals, 5,000 foot strip. Interesting. Oh, it's next to the road. Not that road. It must be that over there. Oh, there it is. Found it. X-Plane has it drawn as a cross runways here, cross section. You can see in the ortho though how it's actually laid out. Yeah. How about that? There's a few strips out here. Here's Bill with the Bonanza rep and 1140 beta. Oh boy.
All right, here we go. And then.
All right.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my god. Good startup, everything's in the green, and see ya.
Wow. Okay then. Oh, you didn't see that. That's pretty wild, dude. Oh, Stakes, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Austin needs to. I don't know. I was talking to somebody about this today. We were talking about like, oh, there's a checkbox for the experimental flight model, but it's like sim wide. It's not like a plane can specify I want to use the experimental flight model. It's a sim wide change, and because of that, eventually people are just going to check it, and so you're going to end up with a lot of planes that have that type of an issue, where they just don't work properly because they're not built for that flight model. It happens IRL every time.
170.
Yeah. All the time. "29 minutes," it says. Hey, we're doing 203 of the ground now. Since I went to full on rental power, got 203 knots out of it. How far back can I pull the fuel flow? I'm losing power though. Manifold pressure is going down. Wait, if I go, nope, never mind. Okay, let's peak out the so if I peak out the manifold pressure, ostensibly that's full power. All right, that's it right there. Yeah, I was at full power. Okay, 30.7. You'd break the turbo IRL. Yes, I would. We definitely would not be flying like this. Carenado. That was not even with the experimental flight model. Oh. It was a bug with the data refs. I see. Never mind then. That was just an 1140 bug. That's also why I don't run betas.
1122 flighting 170. Would be super easy to add a data ref for the flight model to use for each plane. Yes, you'd think it would. I have to agree. But that would make far too much sense, and this is X-Plane. Austin does not do the thing that makes the most sense. He does the thing that pisses off as many people as possible sometimes. At least that's what it seems like. Whatever, though. Austin does what Austin does, man. Ooh, CPU is running 80 degrees. Oh, fans are spinning pretty hot, though, too. Yeah, she's doing all right. 75, 80, 87 was the peak. Rockband 297, turn left heading 120.
The fan curve is based on that one right there. That's the power delivery for the CPU. When I base it on CPU, it just the fans will sit there and just spike up and down and up and down and up and down constantly. So fans are not quite running at full power. The CPU fans are running at full power, but the case fans are not. CPU's at 77-ish, so 75 to 80 degrees. And then, yeah, CPU's doing what the CPU does. So I've been looking at utilization. I've been keeping an eye on clocks as well. And since this has been running, we've not seen more than 4.3. Looks like was the highest we got. If it's just one core doing one thing, it'll run it. It'll sometimes hit 4.5 or 4.6, which is pretty okay.
Hey, Rockband 297, I'm going to be giving you just a couple of weird vectors here because I just handed you just below an MVA that would have made it a bit easier to vector for, so just expect that here in a second.
Uh-oh. Austin's movie on Netflix was interesting. Was it on Netflix? What's it called? Yeah, he made a movie about the patent troll thing, right?
Rockband 297, turn right heading 160.
Oh, I remember he was doing stuff with the patent trolls. I didn't know he had a movie about it though. It was what, like, yeah, it's probably like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
22, reduce speed to 200 or less.
Voldrake, good to see you. Welcome aboard. We are on our way to Charlie Echo Zulu from Page. We're about 20 to 25 minutes out. I can just imagine what a movie produced by Austin would look like. Huh? What was it called? Austin Myers
297,
movie.
020, intercept runway 35 right, localizer.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it, is it? So I have a package that was supposed to show up today. And I didn't see it get brought inside. Yeah, it was delivered. What time was it delivered? And how the hell did I miss it when I got home today? Oh, it showed up. Kidding me? They didn't knock on the door. Package was delivered after I got home tonight. 6:37 p.m.
Runway 35 right approach.
Oh, Meyer, okay. He built a rocket? crap, that's amazing. Look at that thing, dude.
Number 2
It's
for
a-
Sierra,
it's
5
like-
like, weather for Cortez, expect visual approach, and if you can, for sequencing purposes, maintain your maximum forward speed.
It's like a 2-stage rocket, dude.
Weather at Cortez, and
Even the
this is
cat's
our
like, what the
maximum
hell is
forward
this,
speed
dude?
We're on the red line.
The patent scam. Good call.
Roger, sounds good. And
Stu Dog, how you doing? Spaceman, good to see you.
Expect visual 2-4 officer.
The robe.
Turn left heading 140.
Yeah, the robe. Wrecked in effect. Happy Wednesday. Uberbot, happy Wednesday. Good to see you, man. Sierra? No. It's Charlie Echo Zulu, man. We're going to Cortez. We're not going to Sedona. Here, I'll prove it. Charlie Echo Zulu. Cortez. See? There's the film. Thank you.
Cortez altimeter 3006. Advise you have the weather. Expect visual approach. You're going to be number 2 for the field. There's a Pilatus that's going to beat you there by just a little bit, so maybe expect a possible delay depending on the circumstances.
All right, 06, and we're going to request the VOR runway 21 717 Tango Sierra.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, Roger.
7.5 stars, not terrible. Patent scam.
Alaska 309.
All right, man.
Francisco ground runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha Mike 1.
I have Netflix set up on this thing. I'll add it to my watch list. I'll watch this weekend. What? What is the password?
Center 2-4 Alpha Sierra, were we cleared to go below 16,000?
November 2 for Alpha Sierra, not yet, sir. The MBA in area is 16,200. Just expect lower. Well, not in your area, but in the area adjacent to you, so expect lower in about 2 or 3 miles.
Okay, no problem. Just wanted to make sure we didn't miss
Wait,
that.
what happened?
For us here.
Why did it flash? No, don't make any noise. I hate this autoplay crap on Netflix. Stop. Patent scam.
Turn left heading 040.
Not on Netflix.
Rock band 297, contact Centennial Tower 118.9.
It is on Prime Video. Cool. How do I add it to my watch list? There it is.
Rock band 297, Centennial Tower 101012, runway 35 right, clear line.
That's not Austin. That's Austin. There we go.
Net 1122, 7 miles from J-Dog, flying 020.
I'll watch it this weekend.
500 until established on a localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 35 right approach.
Nick Gressler, good to see you, my friend. Wide viewer happy, welcome aboard. The FJS 732 is amazing. Yes, it is. Yeah, I was thinking about flying it this weekend, actually, or this for Friday. That or the 7.2, yeah. VATSIM is giving PilotEdge a run for its money. It's still two different focuses, man. VATSIM is...
November 24, Alpha Sierra, descend and maintain 1.
VATSIM is pulling in a far different crowd, or looking for a different crowd than what PilotEdge is. Like, there's certainly room for both of them. VATSIM getting popular is good for PilotEdge, put it that way. It's good for simming as a whole. 0903 knots, that's fine. So I'll have a slight tailwind, but whatever, we can do a circling approach, doesn't matter. I just want to fly, I want to fly this procedure turn. Let's brief this approach. Okay. 108.4. Okay, we are going to fly the VOR runway 21 approach into the Cortez airport from Cortez. VOR.
Alaska 309, San Francisco Tower, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
We'll fly outbound on 350 from Cortez, and then we'll make our procedure turn a few miles outside Cortez. We'll come back in, and then fly direct to the airport from there. Cross Cortez, Let's see, 9,800 feet, above 9,800 feet, starting the procedure turn, or starting the outbound leg, I should say. And then we can descend down to 8,000 feet once we're back inbound and established. Excuse me. And then continue down from there. The minimums today are going to be 6,660 feet with 1 mile visibility. In the event of a missed approach, we're going to make a climbing right turn direct to the Cortez VOR at 9,800 feet and hold there. Questions? Comments? Great. Punch it in down here too, just so I've got some guidance. And minimums on. Oh, it's going to take me so long to punch that in. Not going to do it. I'm not going to punch in the minimums. I'm not going to sit here for half an hour putting the 660 in. Load. Excuse me. Nader here. Thank you very much for 5 months, man. I appreciate it. Cheers, buddy.
Air 1122, Centennial Tower, 101012, runway 35 right, clear line.
Can't justify the cost of PE. Maybe one day college is paying. I totally understand, man. Something's got to give. Francis, welcome aboard. Same damn shirt. Dude, he always wears that shirt.
There's appears to be about 2 aircraft.
What is this? This is Cessna 182 by Carenado.
I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Perhaps orbiting at 14,000. You were in a porch cancellation in the air on this frequency on the ground at 122.2. Change to advisor frequency approved.
24 Alpha Sierra, cancel line fire right now.
24 Alpha Sierra, Roger.
Right now.
VFR, good day.
Squawk VFR, good day. 24 Alpha Sierra.
Number 717 Tango Sierra across Cortez at or above 12,000. Cleared VOR runway 21 approach.
Cross Cortez at above 12,000. Cleared VOR runway 21 approach. 717 Tango Sierra. Okay. So we can go down to 12,000 feet now. So we'll do 12,000 vertical speed arm. Push my button here to make the nose go down 500 feet per minute.
Spirit 504,
pull the power back a little bit, get the speed back a touch. I'm going to sync the heading bug up right there. We're going to go to heading mode. We're then going to switch the CDI over to VOR mode and then move the VOR to direct. Oh, there's no
309 northbound departure, radar contact.
Push it. Yes. Go to direct there, and then go back to nav mode. So now we're navigating not on the GPS, but off of the VOR radio. We'll come over here. We'll hit proc, activate approach, enter, zoom myself in, and I'm going to change the map from topo to terrain. That'll be a little easier to see. All right, so we're navigating on the VOR radio direct to the Cortez VOR. I need the DME up as well. PFD DME nav 1. So we're 22 miles out. All right, so that's, yeah. So that's going down. So direct Cortez VOR, 22 miles out, 12,000 feet. Once we cross Cortez, we can go down to 9,800 feet when we start the procedure turn outbound. Yuck, VOR green needle, says Max. I could have flown the GPS approach, but where's the fun in that? Can a 182 really get 140 knots at 12,000 feet? This one can. I think a turbo can. I think a turbo 182 can do that, like 140 to 150, or maybe even closer to 155. A standard 182, no way. Standard 182 is like 135 at like 6,000 or 8,000 feet. Toto Rico, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday. Probably happy Thursday for you. Toto says, selling point from PilotEdge was never the auto quality. It was guaranteed coverage and real-world frequency management procedures. Yes, sir. Well put.
Have a good day.
Adoned K, welcome aboard. Max Seldom, good to see you. Nick Gressler, happy Wednesday. Truckin', welcome aboard. Yeah, my Club's 182 does maybe like 130, 132 true on a good day. This plane is way overpowered for what it is. That's for sure. Just max that out, because why not? Who cares?
Southwest 700, San Francisco clearance, cleared to Lindbergh, San Diego Lindbergh, stick for departure, young transition, then is filed. Climb via the SID.
This is 22T, it is, yes.
Squawk 2713.
The book numbers for cruise were about 25 knots lower, about 20 knots lower than what I was cruising at. Even when I was, like, I was at one point cruising, like, properly in the green arcs. 2300 RPM, manifold pressure in the green, leaned out, rich of peak, and we were still cruising like 20 knots, or 20 knots true faster than what we were supposed to. So it's pretty much what you would expect.
Alaska 309, contact Oakland Center 132.905.
All right, CTAF here is 22.8.
Oakland Center, Alaska 309, passing 1000, climbing flight level 190.
Down we go.
Alaska 309, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 340.
RL wouldn't be complaining. Nope, not at all.
340, Alaska 309.
Not a chance. It's a sim, open it, and Playmaker give it 5,000 horsepower. Now we're talking. Once PilotEdge expands, they'll cover. I'll consider getting it. I don't think it'll happen though. We were talking about it earlier. I think Keith has pretty much said the next coverage area, if they ever do another expansion, would probably be Europe. Like, I don't think you'll see an expansion in the United States. I don't know if that's true or not, but you would never have the rudder authority for that P factor. Dude, I haven't had to touch the rudders in this airplane. I think Carenado does some wonky stuff with their code to like dampen the effects and make it fly like FSX or something. Every one of these, I've had the cowl flaps open the whole time too. Not that they do anything. Every one of these Carenado planes that I've flown, they feel sort of lifeless. And it's good to know that not really much has changed. Here's my airport. Centennial weather. I was thinking about Centennial at one point because they're getting a snowstorm out there, but I didn't want to get icing. Like, this plane would have just iced up and fallen out of the sky. What did you guys fly in there, Ben? Carenado, we make X-Plane feel like FSX, pretty much. Wanted to do 2 with the yaw damper. That's kind of what it feels like, dude. $7,200 feet of runway, touchdowns on elevation 5,900 feet. Very high airport. It's 12,000. Here we go. Once we cross CEZ, I'll cancel my IFR. We'll fly the approach still, and I'll fly it by hand. Denver Center, Skylane 717 Tango Sierra. We'll go ahead and cancel our IFR.
7 Tango Sierra, IFR cancellation received. Radar service terminated. Squawk maintain VFR today.
Over to VFR, 7 Tango Sierra. Take it easy, man.
So long, Ty.
I don't know who that is. That wasn't the controller. It's a good accent, though. Don't get me wrong. Hi, aircraft. All right, the outbound leg here is 350. That's the wrong one. There's the course knob. 350. There we go.
Cortez traffic, Great Pilatus, final runway 3. Cortez.
Okay, there's Air Scenic. Once we cross this, we go down to 9,800 feet. Start the outbound turn now. Cortez traffic, 717 Tango Sierra is 12,000 feet just over the Cortez intersection, flying outbound on the VOR 21 Cortez. Okay, there we crossed it. It's fine. $9,800 feet, down we go. Fly this to about 5 DME or so. Ooh, that's quite the descent rate. Whoops. There's the intercept. We're back in. We'll line the diamond up with the arrow. About right there.
Cortez traffic,
descent rate.
Clear of runway 3, Cortez.
Said watch our descent rate, not watch it climb. Line the purple diamond up with the end of the green arrow. There we go. Okay, the outbound leg is going to be 305. Let's get a timer up. Fly 1 minute outbound. 10-4 for 9-8. 10-3 for 9-8. There's 5 DME for the outbound leg. We'll start the timer. Boop. $10-1 for 9-8. There's my outbound heading. 350. I don't know if there's a standard DME or not. I'd have to go research it. You don't usually fly these anyway. It's a few miles out is what I'm looking for here. Okay, there's 9-8 for 9-8. 35 seconds. Inbound's gonna be 125. Oop. A little low. $50 for 1. There's 1 minute. Make our turn. Set our heading bug for 125. Watch our altitude in the process. So I'll set the heading bug for 125. Right there. Keep it on the altitude. Keep it at 9.8. Nice standard rate turn going. All we got to make sure is that we got to stay inside 10 DME from Cortez, which we are not going to have any issues with. That's why I started about 5 DME. Give me enough time to get out there. Once we're established on the VOR inbound, so let me set that. The inbound course is going to be 170. This is going to require like 3 hands to do. I don't have a knob for this. Here's 170. So that's the intercept that we're looking for. So that starts to come in. We turn inbound. Now we can get down to 8,000 feet. Cortez traffic 717 Tango Sierra is inbound for Cortez on the VOR runway 21 Cortez. Okay, our diamond's a little bit, so that purple diamond there is what I'm looking at. It's a little bit left of the needle. That's going to pull us in. Take this down. We're 7.5 out. After we cross the VOR, we're going to go 196 on the course. Oops, that's the wrong one. So we'll set my heading bug for 196, and that's where I'll plan to make my turn. Down to 8,000 feet. After we cross, we go down to 6660. I don't have a knob for this. Catstrator 2019. Uh-huh. They don't care so much that you talk like a robot. You can use normal language, but you're expected to understand aviation jargon. Yep. And when it's busy, you're expected to be concise. Quick, concise, and to the point. That's what they're looking for. In fact, PilotEdge is stricter in some ways than real-world controllers are. Has been my experience. But that's because PilotEdge is trying to teach you how to do it the by-the-book right way, and not necessarily the way that it's done in the real world, if you will. All right, 5 DME out. As we get closer to this, the sensitivity is going to go up. The needle's going to start to swing more and more. So we just focus on keeping the purple diamond, which is behind the triangle now, on the top of that green triangle. Monitor our altitude as we're coming down. So we're looking for 8,000 feet. And there we go. As we get closer, that needle's going to start to swing out pretty wildly, so I'm not going to make too many corrections. What I will say is I can cheat, look over here, and see that I'm just a little bit left of course as well. So we can try to correct for that. There's 8,000 feet. Add a little bit of power here. There we go. So focus on maintaining about 8,000 feet. Try to bring our course in just a little bit more. We seem to have lost our purple diamond for some reason. It's mildly upsetting. 8,000 feet. 100 knots is fine. As we're coming up on Cortez, I'll put the flaps down and we'll start our final descent. That's also where we would start the timer for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The timer always got me, man. The timer's such a bunch of... Oh, hey, altitude. The timer's such a load of crap. We can use DME too. We're looking for DME 5.5, which I mean, obviously we're going to see the airport, but DME 5.5 is what we would also be looking for, barring the timer, because the timer is like whatever. It's not super reliable anyway. All right, 1.5 miles. Cortez traffic, 717 Tango Sirius, Cortez VOR inbound on the VOR 21, Cortez. Okay, let's turn this to 196. There we go. Start cutting that leg there. As soon as I have station crossing, I'm going to start the timer. Then we can start down to 6660. There we go. Looking at the wrong knob there. I was looking at the wrong line, I should say. I kept looking at the purple line there. It's actually we're following the white line here. All right, there's crossing, timer, first notch of flaps. Looking for 90 knots. Pitch for 90 and 500 feet per minute. Down to 6660. So I know that we're well right, but also we're really close, so I'm just going to adjust just a little bit over here to the left. My pink diamond appears to be back. That's good news. 500 feet per minute, 90 knots. At 3 minutes and 40 seconds, we should be pretty much on top of the runway. We'll see how close it is. Airport elevation is 5918. My plan is to do a circle for the other runway. $90 knots, 500 feet per minute checked. I love that nobody's paying attention to this. Y'all are having your own chat. That's fine. Cortez traffic, 717 take us Sierra 3 miles to the north, going to circle runway 3, Cortez. knots, 500 feet per minute. Glued to my monitor. The ones paying attention are watching intently and not chatting. I know, I'm just giving you guys crap. You're doing great. This is what I love to see, though. People are talking, people having a good time, whatever. All right, 500 feet per minute, 90 knots, down to 6660. That'll be our minimums today. We can hold 6660 until 3 minutes and 30 seconds or 5.5 DME. You can already see that in a minute and a half, we're going to be well past this field. Realistically, we'd probably want to be a bit more aggressive on the descent here. So I'm going to hold 6.7. We'll call that our altitude. All right, coming up on minimums. We hold that. So I have the field, obviously, but if I didn't, we could continue on this course until 5.5 DME or 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're 45 seconds away from our number. We have the field. We're going to go to break off, start the circle now. So I'm going to keep... Oh, I just dropped below minimums. I just filled my check ride. Keep it nice and tight to the airport. So we would not want to lose this. If we lost it, we have to go around. Cortez traffic 717, take us here left downwind runway 3, Cortez. All right, runways in sight, landings assured. Flaps full, pull the power, down we go. Cortez traffic 717, take us here, base to final runway 3, Cortez. Overshot it just a touch. It's all right, we got plenty of runway to work with here. Whoa! What happened? What the hell was that? Oh, we had a prop strike. Really going for that base to final stall, yeah. I was just a little bit close there. That was a good save is what it was. I like your enthusiasm. Cortez traffic 717, take us here, back taxi runway 21, Cortez. Yeah, if I wasn't so tight on the airport, that wouldn't have been that big a deal. But I'm pretty sure that was a prop strike. Not really sure why the plane lurched forward like that. I don't know. We'll look at the we'll watch the replay and see what happened there. Hey, welcome to Cortez. Why, thank you. Not sure what's out here, but we're here. Go park next to, I'm assuming that's Air City there. Yep, we'll go park next to Air City. And taxi, we'll turn the taxi lights off as well. Is there a stall horn? Oh, we weren't even close to stall speed. I'm assuming that there is. Who knows? All right. Pull park brake. Pull the park brake. No! Out! Stop going back in, piece of crap. Avionics off. Hold power. Mags. Alternator battery. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Airport. No idea what time it is here. Let me just finish my economy flight before I screw this up. And if I save the track, I wonder if we're going to recognize that. Let's find out. More track logs. Share. The flight's data will be uploaded to the server. Okay. Okay. Let's go take a look at that landing. Figure out what the hell happened. Off of the PilotEdge. Air City, thanks for thanks for flying. And Max and Ben, if you guys are here, thank you guys as well for coming in. Obviously, I was super aggressive on this turn. I should have been more aggressive at the beginning and less aggressive once we get down low, obviously. Take it easy, Toto. Have a good night, buddy. Like, I had plenty of airspeed to work with. It wasn't a big deal. We were mostly at a 30 degree turn rate. So, like, it was pretty much a standard rate turn. Like, it wasn't that big a deal. It looks worse than it was. And then maybe I should have added a touch of power right there. Oh, yeah. Thunked it. I don't know what happened there. There's no wind. Like, I could have added a little bit more. I could have started to add some more power here. Right there. More power, 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 power. We fell. And it just tipped over. A little side. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess that could be what it was. Yeah, that's probably what it was, Ernie. You're probably right. Oh, yeah. It totally was side load. Yeah. Well, I think actually I saved the prop. Is there a side slip? Nah, it was a poorly flown downwind of final. You know what, though? Whatever. For the most part, it was fine. People asked about Cloud Ahoy here for the debrief. Take a look and see if it loaded in properly. So here's where we pull the power. Remember, 6453 Hotel. This is a simulator flight, yes. CZ. Oh, I didn't like that one bit. Instrument procedure. All right, so we sideloaded the crap out of it. That was the problem there. Anyway, we'll take a look at the Look at it here in 3D. KCEZ. We're gonna add runway 21 VOR. Ah! It's not in the system. Never mind. We won't do that. Well, you can kind of get an idea how I flew here. So you can see the outbound leg, we were high, which we expected. And the inbound leg coming back in. Procedure turn or course reversal, whatever. Oh yeah, I didn't grab the last part of the landing there, did it? Ah, it's too bad. Yeah, we'll do. I'll make sure I hit the record button one of these times. We'll do a proper look. This procedure's like normally you can overlay the procedure, but it's not even loaded in the system right now. So that's a problem. Need new gear stretch feature request. Yes. What is the website? It's called Cloudahoy. Full disclosure, Cloudahoy is my employer. Cloudahoy.com. Log in. And we go to flights. Let's say we want to look at my flight to Portland a couple of weeks ago. I have my cross-country flight loaded here. We can go look at the descent into Portland. 3D did not load. Why didn't it not load? There, it loaded. Some weird problems with 3D stuff lately. You can see the part here where the controller left me at... There's the airport, okay. The airport's at sea level, and here's me at 3,000 feet. And the controller didn't let me go until right there. So we had a nice big sync rate on the way into that. But yeah, this tool's called Cloudahoy. It's pretty good. I like it. It's for, well, I mean, obviously I work there too, but I like the tool. It's for real world flying for the most part, but you can debrief your sim flights in there as well. Shill. What's the cost? $65 a year? Or there's a pro version for $150 a year. Did I record? I didn't record the little trip. No. I only recorded my... I forgot to hit the record button on that as well. Why did Nightbot lost its verification badge? That's weird. How do you capture the track data? Just from the iPad? Yep. So in the iPad, normally what I would do is so normally what I do in the real plane, of course we're not there, screen mirroring on. Done. Let's do it this way. There you go. So normally what I would do is hit the record button at the beginning of the flight. I just forgot to. So right here is a big button called REC. What that does is it records the flight. It then, when you're done, you hit it again when you're done flying and it stops recording. And then it logs those to a track log. Logs those to a track log in 4Flight. So you go to your track log, say we want to look at OW to BVY. You say, okay, there's that. And I can say, all right, hit that button right there, open KML in. I can export that over to Cloudahoy. And then in Cloudahoy, I could load up that flight and get more information than what we have here. This is just two-dimensional, show me airspeed, show me altitude kind of things. Cloudahoy does, a bit more than that. But yeah, it's super easy to get that stuff from 4Flight. And if you sync 4Flight up to like a Stratus or anything that's got AHARS, you'll actually get AHARS data through that as well. But yeah, that's my day job. I feel IP GPS is so spotty at altitude, there might be big gaps. It does pretty well, actually. You'd be surprised. That was 4Flight, yeah. Yeah. Beer friend, good to see you. That was 4Flight. Yeah, so that was the Carenado 182. It's fine, whatever. It doesn't fly by the numbers, but it's, totally acceptable. You can tell that they've done a lot of you can tell where they haven't done a lot of work. things like not modeling actual buttons. You know, this is definitely, I'm going to say this model was ripped from X-Plane 10 and just sort of casually updated for 11. But, you know, whatever. It gets the job done. It's cool. So, yeah, that's Wednesday for us. We're back on Friday. We're going back to PilotEdge on Friday. And I'm thinking about maybe the 727, but I haven't decided. 727, I think with the SSG. We're going to lawn dart it, of course. The SSG E-Jets, I was thinking about flying. So we'll give it a go. So, yeah. Hope you guys all have a good rest of the week. We will see you on Friday. And toodles.